I've been hooting and hollering ever since I started betting with the VIP. Today.
Don't be a better, be a better with VIP Play today.
Download VIP Play today or head to VIPPlayApp.com. Make sure you use the promo code FANRUN to take advantage of their welcome bonus and so they know that we sent you. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-88-99789. Must be 21 or older and located in Tennessee to bet.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
WKGN 1340, go Vols!
You're tuned in to East Tennessee's premier sports radio call-in show. This is The Drive.
And hello, good afternoon, and welcome to another stellar edition of The Drive here on Fan Run Radio. Russell Smith punching the time clock at 3 o'clock live in the White Claw Hard Seltzer studios of Fan Run Radio. Getting over the hump on this beautiful Wednesday. Hope you're doing well alongside Bob Baskerville. We've got Bear and Walker donning the One Knox cap today.
Looks good, kid.
Walker Smith, big hat guy.
Mm-hmm.
Bob Baskerville silencing the phone.
iPad. Phone is silenced. The iPad wasn't, unfortunately.
We're off on time. Everything's going great right now.
Yeah, what could possibly
It's been a
go
great
wrong?
day.
But so far, it's we all systems go here this afternoon. Adam Sparks coming up here in just a few minutes. Lucas Widespread Panzica in hour 2. Look forward to getting into the Titans debacle with LP coming up on the show. Can you imagine what radio's been like for that guy in the mid-state this week?
It probably scary, exhilarating, fun, sad, all in where we were, in 2017.
Yeah, I mean, they're going through it right now in the mid-state. We're going through it this week. I mean, it's Bama week, boys. It's a roller coaster of emotions. We are all looking forward to Saturday with some degree of excitement. Go around the room, take the pulse of the show this Saturday. Like, how are we feeling about it?
I feel fine. Kind of want to get to it. This is the point where I'm kind of like, I know we still have over 72 hours, but I'm just ready to get to the game. For better or
ready
worse.
to punch somebody in the face, basically.
Yeah.
It's not a good spot to be on Wednesday, Bobby. We got 2 more shows after this.
My point is I'm not too uptight about it. Let's put it that way. That's all.
All right.
I'm trying not to be. I'm trying to think about other things, focus on business stuff and getting other things ready. And then I come in here and I start talking about it. I'm like, oh, yeah, we're playing Bama. Playing Bama Saturday. This is blood sport.
Mm-hmm.
This is for all the everything, as John Ward said, rides on this.
Roll down Tide.
I'm walking on sunshine, Russ. Katrina and the Waves, baby.
You like that
Did you
song?
see the good news earlier?
What I did not see the good news. Is there a concert coming?
Nope. Sounds like Jermod McCoy is going to be playing against Bama.
What?
It was on VolQuest.
Where did you say it? It's on VolQuest?
Yes.
I looked at VolQuest like 10 minutes ago.
Who, Hubs?
Well, look at it. No, it wasn't Hubs.
Austin Price.
No, it wasn't Austin.
Who?
Where
Lewis?
are we getting
One of
this
the,
from?
who,
No. It was, a poster.
it was on the message board.
Yes. General's Corps or whatever they call it. I can't remember which one.
So it wasn't. Was it a report or was it is this message board rumor?
Technically, I guess you could call it a rumor.
I mean, this is like
I mean, the guy looked reputable.
Who is this guy? We need to know who this guy is.
What's the post? Is this Vol Fan 47?
No, his handle is Mustard Tosser.
Mustard Tosser.
I'm taking it as reported fact.
Mustard Tosser. Well, you got to throw that. Don't just say that Jermad's going to play. Say Mustard Tosser on VolQuest says he's going to play. You can't just come on here and treat that as breaking news.
I didn't make you hit the sounder.
We're trying to become a reputable news establishment.
This show has broken more stories.
We've broken things, all right.
This one feels broken.
It was the drive who kind of sort of brought down the Jeremy Pruitt regime.
It was true. Mustard Tosser says Jermad's going to play, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I trust it.
I hope Mustard Tosser is right. I mean, if you can't trust Mustard Tosser, Bob Baskerville, who in this crazy world can you trust?
I'm guessing he just uses that handle to protect him for himself.
Personal
safety.
I mean, there's stranger things that happen. A guy could be Jermad's doctor. Just doesn't want to violate his HIPAA stuff.
I mean, the rumor around town is if the doctors clear him, he's determined to play. He doesn't want to miss the Bama game. Is a story.
That's the story. Is that
yeah? Which
mustard or is this ketchup tosser?
All I could say is glad we got this out now.
Yeah.
Before we sprung that one on Adam Sparks.
Do you know how obnoxious he is going to be if Jermad plays?
Yeah.
Like he could play poorly. He could tear his knee up again. We lose by 50, and Bear will be on here Overreaction Monday next week. So I told you so. I told you so. Mustard. The word was out around town, and you guys didn't believe me.
I'll have to borrow the Big J journalism hat from Talk Sports, and I'll wear that instead of my Yankees hat.
This is where
I'm just saying.
Wow. Okay. Well,
I mean, weirder things have happened. Richard G. West is suddenly right 80% of the time, and he's a complete parody account.
Being right 80% of the time is not something to be bragging about.
50% of the time, it works every time.
You 30% successful in Major League Baseball throughout your career, and you're going in the Hall of Fame.
That's a good point. It's a good point, Walker.
Look, these guys are,
stay under Bear's wing over there. You're going to learn a lot, son.
You're right. I got to apply the Mendoza line to all facts of life, not just baseball.
So and this is garnering more credible reports than Mustard Tosser. No offense.
Am I going to get an I told you so right off the bat?
For what?
Being right about Jermad playing this weekend.
You don't know if he's right. How would you get it right?
You're saying more reports are coming in.
I'm talking about something completely different. Can you just stop for a second? Yeah, Lord. Billy Napier.
That's,
is there's a lot of smoke coming out of Gainesville this afternoon.
Go Gator.
And that did not come from like Shark Humper.
No, I'm looking at Matt Hayes on USA Today right now. Florida Athletics Director Scott Strickland met with a handful of influential boosters today and was told continuing financial support depends on new direction within the football program. 3 people with direct knowledge of the situation told USA Today Sports. See, this is how reporting works, Bear. You get a source and then you get a confirming source. We don't just say Mustard Tosser on VolQuest says. The people who spoke on the condition of anonymity to protect the ongoing process said embattled Florida coach Billy Napier could be fired as soon as this weekend. One thing is certain, Napier will not survive another loss. Now, they play Mississippi State this weekend, and I think there's something like a 9.5-point favorite in the Swamp. And I know they've got the off week next week, and that's become in vogue. You want to fire a coach going into the off week, so the guy has 2 weeks to prepare like Petrino did last week. But, Bob, I mean, has a coach ever been fired after a win in the league for, on the field product? Like, I just can't imagine they go out there and have a solid, 31-17 win against Mississippi State, and they turn around and fire the coach the next week.
Not that I recall. I'm sure it's happened, but not one that I recall.
They've got a bye next week, I think. That's part of this.
Yeah, that's probably part of it.
If they're going to do it now, would be really
Yeah.
the perfect time.
Somebody said that once. I think that it would be shocking to me if Billy Napier were fired after a win. Would it be to our benefit? Because, I mean, we've had that conversation since going back into the summer, right? Do you want that to happen the week before our game and they get the interim bump against us? This would give the interim bump for the going into their, the world's largest outdoor cocktail party against Georgia. And, you got 3 games. I kind of like it from our perspective because by the time we play them, whatever bump they have will probably be worn off. The new car smell will be out. I mean, they're going to lose at Ole Miss the week before they play us. So hopefully they'll be knocked down a peg or two. I'm for it. Go ahead and fire that dude. If you're going to do it now. Don't wait till they're playing us.
Go Gator.
And maybe that's what they're looking for. I mean, world's largest cocktail party is a big game for them. Maybe they're looking at it like, man, let's get this out in the open. Maybe get an interim bump going into that game against Georgia.
I always feel like you're almost certain to lose now because this is a major story nationally. And
Yep.
the kids in the locker room, what a distraction, right? Your coach is going to be fired no matter what. I find it hard to believe they are going to be able to come out and play with the vim and vigor that an SEC football game demands.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, our friend Connor O'Gara down at Saturday Down South says that not only is Billy Napier coaching for his life this weekend, but the Right Reverend Hugh Freeze be coaching for his life as it's a battle of the Tigers down on the plains. Missouri coming in there, and could they put the death knell in the Right Reverend's? Wait a minute. Hugh Freeze.
Hit him, Russ.
Well, you never know with Hugh Freeze. It's all about whether or not the athletic director's car starts in the morning on if he keeps his job.
point, yeah.
So we need
Hit the damn Jimby drums.
I don't know if the game affects that. That seems to be where we're at.
If Hugh Freeze gets fired, Bob, what do we do with the Jimby drum bit?
I don't know.
It'll live forever.
I don't know.
This might be the last time.
I mean, we might talk about him. We won't hear him as often until he gets his next job.
That poor bastard. If he loses, just imagine what Drinkwitz will say to him at midfield. Like, hey,
Oh,
he'll do something like, good game. Best of luck to you in your next job. He'll do something just horrible.
you didn't stand on business today, Hugh.
Yeah.
Oh, poor Hugh Freeze.
I think
That
that's,
ref crew.
that's the one I think that's more of a certainty right now than Napier, although it sounds, the fact that it's out there in the water in Napier, it's going to be an entertaining couple of weekends, boys.
I mean, if that one call goes the other way, he's probably not getting ready to get fired. I think they would have smoked Georgia if they'd gone up 17-0.
Yeah, could be. What's this I'm also seeing about, and maybe I'm stealing some of Walker's headlines, Big 12 finds Texas Tech for repeated tortilla throwing.
Yeah, that is a story that happened in the Big 12.
Repeated tortilla throw. I mean, you can get how many tortillas must be thrown before it becomes repeated tortilla
So
throwing?
is it after like touchdowns or something, Walker? Do you know?
I don't exactly know why they were doing that. All I know is that they fined both teams because Texas, one of the staffers on Kansas, thought he got
Turn down
hit
the drums down.
by a pocket knife and not a tortilla.
Hmm.
And so they fined them both.
Wait a minute. Wait, somebody threw their pocket knife at one of the coaches?
That's what they claimed.
Was the blade out on this pocket knife?
No.
That would be bad.
That would be bad.
The tortilla thing is, by the way, a decades long.
That's still, you
tradition.
imagine how bad that
Really?
hurt to get
Yeah.
beamed?
I guess.
Big chunk.
Tortilla?
One of those old,
I
like,
don't know. They're light and
Swiss
fluffy,
Army.
man. I don't think it would hurt.
yeah,
I
the
think that-
knife.
as far as the knife
Like a
would
big old
could
Swiss
kill
Army
you.
knife.
That could be bad, but
It could be one of those keychain pocket knives, too. If the blades
That still
considered-
hurt coming from the upper deck, bro.
let's work in a call from Bryce in North Carolina, calling in from the Tar Heel State. What's up, Bryce?
Hey, man, can you hear me?
Got you. Go ahead.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Doing well, thank you.
Thank you for taking my call. Long-time listener, first-time caller. I feel like there's been a lot of the fans have been pretty down about this week. For some reason, hearing a lot about us going down there and getting beat pretty bad. So I got to say, we don't give a damn about the whole state of Alabama, whole state of Alabama. We don't give a damn about the whole state of Alabama. We're from Tennessee. Ball's by 50. Thanks, boys.
Roll down Tide.
Thank you, Bryce.
Needed that.
We needed that. That was good.
Well, we really only had the two. It was DR Vol and was it Geraldo yesterday?
Trey.
It was just
Trey.
oh man,
Trey.
Trey's terrible takes. I mean, those guys were crying in their soup.
They're fashioning nooses.
That was sad. That was sad. So we need more Bryce and North Carolina spirit this week for certain.
There's a good chance Bryce might have been smoking a cigar when he just called us.
Yeah, well, smoke them if you got them.
That's right.
Not too early though.
I've got one.
You got one? What?
A cigar ready.
Oh yeah. Is that somebody came by and gave us.
That was nice. Yeah, I've still got it. It's all wrapped up, sitting on a shelf at home.
Yeah,
Man.
I'm ready for it.
Oh, last year?
No, this was Friday at the remote.
Oh.
Some gentleman dropped off cigars for both Russ and I.
Are they wrapped? I think
Yeah.
they were. You got to be careful with things people hand you at remotes.
Yeah.
Let's remember one guy I worked with. This was like years ago, whose name will remain unknown. Somebody brought him a ham.
Really?
Yeah,
Unwrapped?
That's very odd.
Yes. And he said he took the ham. He was like, "Oh, thanks." It's not like Thanksgiving or Christmas or anything either. It's like in the spring or something. He said he just took the ham home and like chucked it in the woods.
Do you remember the fan of one of the Fan Run personalities who sent the 40 pounds of vegan baked goods all the way from the West Coast?
Oh, he had one former personality here had a stalker.
Wow.
Who would mail us food. You get some interesting perks of the job. You get some free stuff from time to time, which is nice.
I mean, we probably would have eaten them, but like I said, they were kind of like,
yeah, you always. That's why I would say, Bob, like, think twice. I remember the guy who brought us the cigars. He was a good Vol fan through and through. He had his son with him.
Yeah.
From the Mid-State. Blanking on the name, I apologize. But every now and then you see somebody bring you something, and you're like, oh yeah, that'll look nice in my garbage can when I get home.
Yeah.
I'd just choose not to eat stuff.
Stay with us. The drive continues. Adam Sparks of Knox News coming up next. We'll talk all things Tennessee football with Adam. Vols getting ready to head down to Alabama for a Saturday night showdown in Tuscaloosa. Stay with us. More Fan Run Radio coming up.
The Drive.
Follow us on Twitter or X or whatever they're calling it these days at Fox Sports Knox, Fox Sports Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
Fan Run is giving away a huge prize package.
That's a big box. What's in there?
You're going to want to find out.
What's in the box? What's in the box?
A winner will be drawn live on Halloween during Fan Run Friday at Calhoun's on the River.
To learn how you can earn entries, make sure you're tuning in daily to Fan Run Radio and following us across all of our social media platforms on Facebook, YouTube, X, TikTok, and Instagram.
It's football time at Tennessee, so crack open a cold beer that doesn't fumble the flavor. Garage Beer is 100% beer-flavored beer. No gimmicks, just cold beer. Built for bonfires, backyards, and beating Bama. Garage Beer is proud to be brewed right here in the Volunteer State. So pick up a 12-pack today and look for the drive celebrating Football Fridays at select Garage Beer headquarters around town this fall. American-owned, Tennessee-brewed Garage Beer. 100% beer-flavored beer.
Hi, I'm Bo Kregner from the Kregner Group. Are you looking to buy or sell a home? Whether you're upgrading, downsizing, or just need a change, it's never been more important to have experienced, trustworthy representation in the real estate process. So if you have any real estate questions, I'd love the opportunity to earn your trust. Call me anytime for a free chat, 865-742-1035, or find me online at BoKnowsHouses.com. The Kregner Group, real estate the right way.
Knoxville, get ready. The big sports show is coming Saturday, November 8th at the World Exposition Hall. Meet your favorite sports stars, Hall of Famer Earl Campbell, baseball greats Wade Boggs, Dwight Gooden, and Jose Canseco, plus UT legends Shamiqua Holtzclaw, Carl Pickens, and many more. Autographs, photos, and memories you'll never forget, all in one huge day. Tickets on sale. Get yours now at bigsportshow.com. That's bigsportshow.com. The Big Sports Show, Saturday, November 8th, Knoxville. Don't miss it.
Fall fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for, including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
It's time for the North Knox Siding and Windows High School Football Player of the Week. Brought to you by North Knox Siding and Windows. Call 865-689-0505 or visit them online at northknoxsidingandwindows.com.
This week's North Knox Siding and Windows High School Football Player of the Week is Karns High School quarterback Austin Slover. Slover led Karns to a 51-12 win over Morristown East last week. Slover completed 22 of 31 passes for 302 yards and 4 touchdowns as the Beavers won their third game of the season. Karns High School's Austin Slover, this week's North Knox Siding and Windows High School Football Player of the Week.
North Knox Siding and Windows, locally owned and operated. They can handle all your siding, window, gutter, and roofing needs. Call 865-689-0505 for a free estimate or go online to northknoxsidingandwindows.com.
Hi, I'm Jessica Lodgen, one of the hygienists here at Knoxville Smiles. If your children are having sleep or behavioral issues, we have things we can do in modern dentistry that can help not just with their dental health, but also their overall health. Early intervention is the key for younger patients and can avoid costly procedures later in life. If you'd like to learn more, give us a call here at the office and schedule an appointment. 865-539-1776. Or just book online at knoxvillesmiles.com. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
Good afternoon. Steady flow of traffic spotted right now trying to get out of Oak Ridge, not just on the Solway Bridge, but going the back way as well there on Highway 95 towards Loudoun County. It's busy now out here in West Knoxville, 40 east and west. Over the top of West Hill, steady flow of traffic continues I-40 out through Sevier County. Watch for a little bit of radar up around Jefferson County, certain sections on I-40 there as you head up to the I-81 split. Hey, check engine light comes on. Don't panic. Google search Knuckle Busters AMCO Knoxville. AMCO serving East Tennessee since 1962. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
Russell and the gang with you on a Wednesday afternoon edition of the show. We're on 105.7 FM in Knoxville, 1340 AM. Of course, streaming live at fanrunradio.com and on your free Fan Run app. We're on YouTube, the Fan Run TV channel since 2010, doing it 15 years every afternoon, 3 to 6. Thanks for making us a part of your afternoon routine. And thanks to Adam Sparks for joining us from KnoxNews.com, your Knoxville News Sentinel, University of Tennessee football beat writer. Good afternoon, Adam. How are you, sir?
Not bad, not bad. Ready to get to Saturday. This is one of those games where we talk and talk and talk about every little nook and cranny about the game for so long that you kind of just want to get to it. Because a lot of what we talk about is very relevant, and then other things we talk about at the end of this game, we'll say, well, that didn't matter at all. So I'm ready to find out which things those are.
Oh man, you got to love weeks like this. It almost makes the ETSU Austin Peay weeks worth it. But another chance to win a big road game for Josh Heupel, and we've talked with you about this before, Adam, about the narrative of Heupel not being able to win the big ones on the road, and how maybe that's not totally accurate or a fair reputation for him. But this is another big opportunity. Tennessee hasn't won down there since 2003. What do you think the keys are this week for Tennessee being able to break that streak?
Well, as far as we know, Deshaun Bishop is healthy enough to play. Now, we'll find out with the injury report tonight. But Josh Heupel has said a couple times now, Deshaun Bishop is ready to go. If that is the case, I want to see if Tennessee can run the ball. If Tennessee can run the ball, and this is one of those things where you have to remember that Josh Heupel's offense runs the ball really well every year, but it's not that typical, clock control offense. They need to run the ball in tempo. If they can do that and get Alabama on their heels, you could turn this game into somewhat of a track meet. I score in 3 minutes, you score in 3 minutes, back and forth. And if you get to that, I think Tennessee feels a little more comfortable. Because you think about how are they going to slow down Ty Simpson? I don't think pass coverage is going to do it much. I think we're halfway through the season now. We know this pass coverage is going to be average at best on any given Saturday. But they also have a pass rush that can get to Simpson. So that's the other part of it. It just feels like this is a game that Tennessee's got to get it at least into the 30s, probably the high 30s, to win this game. I don't think this is like a 24-20 type game if they win.
Adam, thanks for joining us today. I was checking out your piece that you wrote about the two focal points in this game, the quarterbacks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Our guy, Joey Aguilar and Ty Simpson at Alabama. And I was really struck by what you wrote. I think we all knew it, but to see it laid out was interesting. I'd love to get your thoughts on it from the standpoint of these are two guys who have really paid their dues for this kind of moment, for this kind of game.
Yeah, I mean, the headline, I think, caught a lot of people's attention that Joey Aguilar was washing cars when Ty Simpson, the five-star, committed to Alabama. I'd done a big story on Joey and his background in the preseason, how he was taking the train every day to his junior college practices and classes and all that. And I looked back at the timeline that I had laid out in my notes of where he was at which time and when he transferred to what school and enrolled at what school and changed schools and all that. And then I looked back at Ty Simpson and when he had committed. I remember some of that. Obviously, Tennessee was recruiting him. Jeremy Pruitt gets fired. They're sort of out of the sweepstakes there to get Ty Simpson because of the instability. And Alabama ultimately gets Ty Simpson. I was thinking, well, that was okay. Let me look at the date of that. It's a Friday in February of 2021. I look back at my notes, and it says that's when Joey Aguilar was transitioning from his first junior college to his second one. He was waiting for spring practice at the second one, still had not played it down in junior college football after a year and a half. I confirmed that with the junior college coach the other day, and then I reached out to Joey's mom and said, hey, you guys talked about him working at his dad's auto detailing business back then. Can you just confirm what months and when that was? And she was like, those were the weekends of 2021. And so you put that together and you think, okay, well, Friday afternoon of 2021 in February, that's when Joey was washing cars and cleaning cars. And that's the day Ty Simpson had a coat and tie on and ESPN cameras trying to figure out which Power 4 school, at that time Power 5 school, he was going to go to. It's just the juxtaposition, the contrast between those two is just crazy that Joey climbed this far. And yet, so he comes from the bottom to the top. Ty Simpson is at the top, drops down because he's then what looks like is going to be a backup quarterback that never quite finds his place at Alabama, and then he rises back up. And so his is a little more roller coaster. It's crazy that these two guys with these two stories are very different, but also very alike in that way, and they end up at the pinnacle of SEC quarterbacks now.
It's a great subplot to the third Saturday in October this year as we visit with Adam Sparks here this afternoon on the show. And Adam, from Tennessee's perspective, I think that Tennessee is going to be able to move the ball and score on Alabama. I'm with you. You and Bob say Tennessee's got to be in the 30s. I kind of think it's got to be higher than that, Adam. I think it's got to be in the 40s for Tennessee to have a chance to win, because Tennessee's defense has just not shown much this year in terms of being able to consistently get stops. They can get after the quarterback. They can turn the ball over. You call it the boom or bust defense. I think that's a great moniker for it, Adam. Will they be able to boom enough in Tuscaloosa for Tennessee to have a chance to win?
Well, I think what would concern me most about Tennessee's defense is not that it is great at some things, sacks, forced fumbles, tackles for loss, and then bad at other things, giving up too many yards, too many points. Because if you just look at it that way, you say, well, which one's going to show up? And I've written about that stuff. Maybe it's the good side of the defense and not the bad side of the defense. That's not what would concern me. What would concern me about Tennessee's defense is that it seems like every opponent sees holes, sees vulnerabilities, sees soft spots in Tennessee's offense, if not coming into the game within about a quarter or a half, and then it seems like there's nothing that little that Tennessee can do to stop that. I mean, Mississippi State and Arkansas figured out that, hey, especially Arkansas, hey, we can run on this team, and once they went that route, it worked. Georgia figured out that Ty Redmond, although pretty good for a freshman corner, could not defend in man-to-man as well enough against a high-end SEC receiver, and so they exploited that. And it's just, Arkansas scored a couple quick times late the other day, just because I think they looked at it and said, I think their quarterback can get out on the perimeter and make some things happen, and they can't hold up in coverage. And so I think that's what would concern me, because Alabama's got a great offensive coaching staff. They have as an efficient quarterback as any in college football. And it seems like the setup that at some point in this game, if Alabama doesn't know where to hit Tennessee, it'll figure it out. And that's what would concern me about Tennessee, because I think there's some limitations in Tennessee's defense that are just not going to get fixed this season.
A hot topic for discussion. Kind of surprised we haven't even gotten to it yet, but it's been one we've talked about a lot a couple days into the week, and want to get your take on it. Excuse me, is Jermod McCoy. Obviously, none of us know if he's going to play this weekend. He may not. The question starts to become, are we going to see him before the season even ends? At some point, it might be a law of diminishing returns in the mind of his camp. What are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, the easy answer is I don't know. I check into it every week.
Yep.
Everything that I've been led to believe this week is that it's not this week, that he's still out. He hasn't been medically cleared. He's not practicing, full pads yet. Yeah, you're right. I got a text from a Tennessee fan about this right before I came on, so it's obviously on everybody's mind. Let's say he doesn't go this week, and I don't think he will. Okay, well, then the next scenario is, well, you give him a little bit of a time at Kentucky so that he's ready for Oklahoma, right? That's what we keep doing. We say have him play some against the lesser opponent so that he can get ready for the big game. Well, they're kind of running out of big games. So, the longer this goes, the more you wonder about that. I know Jermod McCoy wants to be back on the field. He wants to play. He's eager to play. He hasn't been medically cleared. 9 months is pretty fast to come back from an ACL. 10 months is reasonable to come back. If you get to 11 months, then you're kind of at the end of the season. He's got to consider his draft stock too. I've seen some things where he's a top 12 pick. I've seen others recently that has him on the back end of the first round. If there's some truth to that, does he say, whoa, I'm sliding. I got to get out there and show that I'm still the best corner in the draft class. So there's a lot of things that he has to weigh in that decision. But first it has to be to his decision. Everything that I've been told is that medically he has not been cleared yet to even make the decision.
Talk with Adam Sparks, KnoxNews.com. Now, not to contradict your reporting, Adam, but Bear has a source on this.
What are you doing?
We were talking about this in segment one, and I'm sorry, was it Salad Man or
Mustard tosser.
Mustard tosser
on VolQuest.
Mustard
Adam.
tosser. Okay.
Mustard tosser on VolQuest says Jermod is going to play this weekend.
Okay. Well, I'm ready to see it.
We thought about leading with that with you today, Adam, but then we were like, he may never come on the show again after
Well,
that.
there is a tell there that. By the way, I'm not saying he's 100% wrong. I asked yesterday. I was told the same. What it was last week, it's the same this week. Now, could he be cleared this morning and go out there and do some things and then do the walkthrough and then he's good to go? That absolutely could happen. I don't think that's going to happen, but it could happen. The tell will be the injury report, not so much what he's listed as tonight, but what he's listed at on Friday, because this is a road game, so you can't say that a guy is out and then he travel. You can't do that. So at some point Friday, if he's making the trip and there's a chance he could be active, I think they would at least have to list him as doubtful. And that's Friday, not even Saturday, because that travel list has to match what the players that are available. So I guess we'll know sooner than game time, I would say.
That injury list is going to be critical. I mean, you talked about Bishop. It sounds like he's okay. That was a awkward looking play that he got hurt on, and I'll be interested to see what happens there. Staley left the game. He was back in for the kneel down series, and then David Hobbs. And feels like all three of those guys that we saw leave the game against Arkansas, Adam, are critical for Tennessee's success. Especially Staley. They just do not have any wide receiver depth right now with the injuries to Jackson and Travis Smith.
Yeah, with those two freshmen out. If you were to have any of the big three, the three starters get hurt at wide receiver, the next guy in would depend on who it is. Could be Trey Weary. I mean, you'd be going right into the walk-ons probably. If you had anybody hurt, you'd be seeing a lot of two tight ends. Then, of course, Ethan Davis is. I mean, he was out last week. We'll see this week. So then you're going to a freshman tight end if Ethan Davis not well. So there's some things are getting thin there. I think Staley's fine. Josh Heupel said he was fine after the game. I think he went back in at the end of the game, so I don't think there's any issue there. We talked to David Hobbs yesterday. He was made available to media, and he said, "Yeah, I'm great." And if there was any question, he wouldn't have been made available to reporters. Deshaun Bishop is a weird one because, I think I was the one that asked the question after the game the other night about him, and he was like, "No, yeah, he's good, he's fine." We're like, "Really?" Josh Heupel and then he volunteered it again on Monday. He said, "Yeah, I think he'll be fine." Will we even see him on the report tonight? Maybe not. Then again, and I don't want to come at Josh Heupel too hard, but his credibility with injuries is not great.
That's a very diplomatic way of putting it. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, Cooper Mays was probable, I think, for like a month and a half a couple seasons ago, and then you find out he wasn't playing. So he didn't play for a long time. So, but it was different that Josh Heupel volunteered that Deshaun Bishop was fine rather than really waiting to be pressed on it. So I think he's fine. I mean, good enough, at least enough that he's going to start and play.
We were just talking about Staley. The takeaway I'd love to hear from you regarding last weekend against Arkansas, because Arkansas clearly had a plan where they doubled up on Chris Brazzell, and it's kind of the make somebody else beat us type of approach. And I was really encouraged to see what we saw. I mean, between Staley and Mike Matthews. Mike Matthews, of course, and then Staley. It just felt like this area that I thought going into the season was going to be a problem area for us. It felt like it passed a pretty significant test when they shut down your best guy.
Yeah, I think those other guys I think all three guys have shown if you shade coverage to another guy, I have a pretty good chance of beating you. I think those guys, we didn't know that coming into the year, but Staley he took the position of Squirrel White last year slot, and Squirrel was fine. He was productive, but you never thought Squirrel would beat a defense. You just thought he'd get a first down. And Staley is more rangy. He's more athletic. He can go up and get a ball. He can do more with it after the catch. And so if you want to leave Braylon Staley open, it's at your own risk. I think that was made clear last week. Same thing with Mike Matthews, obviously the same thing with Braswell. So it's going to make those decisions a little tougher, I think, for Alabama, because didn't look like to me there's a weak link of those three in the wide receiving core.
Adam, great stuff as always. Thanks so much for spending some time with us here this afternoon. Anything else before we let you run that maybe we didn't ask about when you look ahead towards this matchup with Alabama Saturday?
I was thinking about it today. The pressure is on Kalen DeBoer, and the pressure is on Alabama. We talk about, Josh Heupel's got to go get a big road win. The pressure on Josh Heupel in Tennessee pales in comparison to what's on Alabama. Kalen DeBoer is 0-1 against Josh Heupel in this rivalry. So we think of this as the home team wins it. So far, Josh Heupel wins it in this matchup. And so the pressure is on Kalen DeBoer. You could even sense that in my perspective on the conference call today. Kalen DeBoer knows he absolutely has to win this game. Josh Heupel needs to win it. Kalen DeBoer has to win it.
Wow.
And so I'll be curious to see if Tennessee gets up 7 or 10, what the mood is like in that stadium. We don't know if that's going to happen, but if it does, it could be interesting.
Should be a wild scene in Bryant-Denny Saturday night. Adam Sparks will be there covering it for KnoxNews.com, the News Sentinel. Adam, thanks so much. Enjoy the games this weekend.
All right, you guys have a good one.
Thank you, Adam.
Adam Sparks, the pressure is on DeBoer and Alabama. Hadn't really thought about that angle yet, but he's absolutely right.
That was great. Hope
See?
he crumbles.
See? The tide is turning.
Roll down Tide.
See what you did there?
Mm-hmm.
All right, quick timeout. You're listening to The Drive, Fan Run Radio. When we continue on the Rocky Top Report, we'll hear from Tennessee running backs coach Darrell Sims talking about the breakout performance by Deshaun Bishop against Arkansas and his health going forward. We'll also hear from Willie Martinez, the lightning rod assistant, if ever there was one, on Josh Heupel's coaching staff and what Tennessee has to do to tighten up the back end and not let it be a field of dreams for Jeremy Bernard and the Alabama wide receivers. Stay tuned. More Fan Run Radio coming up.
The Drive.
You're locked onto Fan Run Radio, 105.7 FM, 1340 AM, and online at fanrunradio.com.
Hey, Knoxville. Surfside iced tea and vodka made with real brewed tea is only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar with no bubbles and no troubles. That's right. Zero carbonation, so it's easy to sip and enjoy. Headed to a game day or party at a friend's house? Bring an iced tea or lemonade variety pack from Surfside or try their green tea and new raspberry tea vodka. Find the can with the sunset stripes this season. Surfside iced tea and vodka. Sold at bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Surfside iced tea and vodka. Sunshine in a can. Must be 21 or older. Enjoy responsibly.
Barley's has live music on weekends, general team trivia on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., and now live sports trivia courtesy of the Knoxville Trivia Guys every Thursday night upstairs. The game starts at 7 p.m. and is free to play for everyone, so head on down to the Old City and show off your sports knowledge and win gift cards to Barley's. Use those gift cards to buy some delicious food and drinks, and you can take it all in with their wide selection of TVs and indoor projectors. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Citizens National Bank.
We believe a good game plan is essential for success. With a CNB Plus Perks checking account, you'll save money with cell phone protection, roadside assistance, identity theft protection, and more. Banking at CNB has its perks. Find out more at cnbtn.com.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
Yeehaw! I've been hooting and hollering ever since I started betting with the VIP Play app. VIP Play has more than 200 leagues, every bet type you can imagine, live betting and live hosts, all with 24/7 support from real live people when you need them. Start betting better with the VIP Play app today.
Don't be a better, be a better with VIP Play today.
Download VIP Play today or head to VIPPlayApp.com. Make sure you use the promo code FANRUN to take advantage of their welcome bonus and so they know that we sent you. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-88-99789. Must be 21 or older and located in Tennessee to bet.
The number one problem we see at our clinic is delaying treatment. ED can get worse.
Book your appointment right now. Call 865-544-8220. Prefer privacy? Book online in under 30 seconds at menspronknoxville.com.
At our clinics, men's sexual health is the whole job. Look, I'm a normal guy too. I hate going to the doctor. But we've helped so many guys in here just like you. Even if pills have failed, our medical team is going to take the time to talk you through it. Same day in-house lab, and the treatments, well, they could change your life.
Your local medical team has your back. ED, performance, Peyronie's, size and shape modeling. We tailor what works for you.
I'll get to the point. Can you imagine epic performance and epic sex? Yeah, I said it.
A stronger you is closer than you think. We're available right now. Call 865-544-8220. Or book in 30 seconds or less at menspronknoxville.com. Men's Pro Knoxville, making it happen.
Good afternoon. Steady flow of traffic right now spotted across that Holston River Bridge. It's building out in East Knox County right now, right on schedule I-40 East as you continue out into Sevier County. It's already crowded here on Kingston Pike at North Shore. It's also pretty busy there at Kingston Pike in Farragut and Concord Road. Hey, Zips Car Wash has been remodeling all over East Tennessee. Get upgraded shine and protection right now at your local Zips Car Wash. Check out zipscarwash.com. Find a location close to you. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
It's time for the Rocky Top Report, brought to you by the Kregner Group.
Fellas, we might have buried the lead today on the show. Alabama coach Kalen DeBoer, doesn't wait for the injury report tonight. I guess he was asked about this on the coaches teleconference. Jam Miller, a running back, currently in concussion protocol, and he says that he would label him questionable right now for the weekend.
Yeah, I'd say at least, right?
Yeah. Now, the interesting about this to me is Derek Meadows, the wide receiver we talked about, who he got knocked out too. And I don't know which one was worse. I mean, they were both you immediately know. It's oh yeah, he's concussed.
Yeah, they were scraping him up with a snow shovel.
Well, they've already ruled Meadows out. He said he's out.
So I thought Jams looked a lot worse. I mean, Meadows got knocked out, no doubt about it, but I thought Jams looked a lot worse.
I mean, I don't know. Everybody's different, right? And people respond differently, and no two concussions are the same. So I guess Miller could play, but I would have to lean towards, if you're asking me right now, is that kid going to play? I would probably say no.
Yeah.
Well, for the simple fact that they say that you're a lot more prone to get another one. If you try and bring these guys back too soon.
Well, and a running back, he's going to get hit in the head. Last year, Nico came back in less than a week. Well, in a week, he was concussed against Mississippi State, played the next week at Georgia.
He didn't have helmet-to-helmet contact.
Yeah, I mean, it's still risky. I mean, all it takes is one, but you hand the ball to Jam Miller, the chances of him having some sort of contact to the helmet are – 75, 80% if you're carrying the football?
Sometimes multiple times within one play.
Yeah.
You're bouncing off people.
I just watched that video again just as a reminder, and just how limp he went right after the contact. I mean, he just lost the ball, just fell to the ground face down.
Yeah.
That was wicked.
They need to look out for the young man, Russ.
That's right. Yeah. No. That's your mind. That's your brain. That is your future, young man. Go ahead and take a week.
Life in front of you.
Yeah, man. Go just
relax.
Don't even come to the stadium.
Take a nap. Stay in a dark room.
That's it.
You got to protect your future, son.
Eat some Cheetos.
Cheetos.
I don't know.
That sounded good. Your brain.
I'm kind of Cheetos. I'm thinking of Cheetos. I'd like some Cheetos.
Walker, can you please get Bob some Cheetos? My man is peckish.
I'll put someone on it right away.
I like that word. Going a bit peckish.
I'm glad you like that one, Bear. All right, let's hear from some of the assistant coaches. This is Darrell Sims, Tennessee running back coach here, talking about Deshaun Bishop. Of course, he had the breakout performance against Arkansas before the injury, and what is going right for the Carnes Beaver?
I think he just got in his groove early in that game on Saturday. You saw him get hot early on in that first drive, in the same situation in that second drive. I think he got really, really comfortable early on, and then he did a really good job of just being patient and allowing the game to come to him, and you just saw him progress as the game went along, that he felt really, really good.
Overall with your group, how patient do you think they have been? Has that been a point of emphasis you've been talking to them about in terms of setting up blocks, not patience in terms of reps, but in terms of patience on the field?
Yeah, that's one of those deals we constantly talk about. I think they've gotten better as the season went along, because early on you could see them kind of rushing a couple things and outrunning their blocks a little bit. But as the season went along, they've gotten really good and better at it. Still got to continue to work on that. That's just as a running back, naturally, sometimes you want to outrun your blocks. You got to understand you got to slow it down at times to allow things to be able to set up. And our job is to bring the linebackers and defensive linemen to the offensive linemen. So they've done a better job of that in the second half of the season so far, so we just got to keep it going.
Tennessee running backs coach Darrell Sims. We'll see if they can keep it going. How big is Bishop to our success? I mean, we got the two backups, but it's clear against Arkansas anyway, he was RB1.
Yeah, I've kind of shifted my point of view. It was a couple 3 weeks ago. I was totally much on the Star Thomas train, and I still love Star, but I thought he was RB1. But man, I think Deshaun has shown in the last couple of weeks between that game against Arkansas and Mississippi State. I mean, great performances. He's critical for sure. As Bush
It's critical.
would say. Yeah.
Willie Martinez, Tennessee's cornerbacks coach. Oftentimes the target for the ire of Tennessee fans during these games. We'll hear from him now. Tennessee's defense been shaky at the back. I mean, I don't think anybody is arguing that. But they also get a lot of sacks, and they have created a bunch of turnovers, a lot of interceptions, fumble recoveries by the defensive backs. Here's Willie Martinez talking about the defense.
Obviously, we want to play elite, right? Everybody does. But I mean, at the bottom line is you want to win the games, you know, and how can we do our part? You know, we got to be efficient in all areas. Obviously, being very good on first down to try and get defenses to get, you know, I mean, to get the offenses in long yardage, you know, get them behind the sticks. Where we haven't done a good job, and I think you're aware of it, is the third downs. You know, I mean, we got to be better. We got to be better. We got to be more consistent in having those opportunities, and it's been different reasons why. You know what I mean? Not executing it, not making the play, not knowing the situation in those moments. You know, and we got to be better than that. We got to get off the field, and that's really what's cost us and made the drives continue. Now we've played some pretty good quarterbacks too. You know, we've seen guys that are off schedule. Whether you know, the last couple of ball games that we've played, you know, guys that can do a really good job of you know, breaking the pocket, and we got to do a good job of plastering receivers, you know, and there's guys wide open, and we got to be able to be tighter on those coverages, you know. But yeah, I mean, we bottom line is, you know, you want to win the games. We know that we got to be better on defense, more consistent, like you said, and but yeah, we'll leave it there.
Bama's wide receiver said yesterday it was a field of dreams to go man-to-man with Tennessee. Does your room take that talk personal with preparation this week?
You know, again, I don't read what's being said. That'd be the first time, you know, I've heard it. I'm sure that they probably listen to stuff like that, or it's out there in the social media. You know, we just care about how we prepare. You know, we know that our opponent's, you know, a good team. Obviously, everybody that we play is really good, and they're going to be ready for us. You know, we just got to be our best when we play them. And they got great receivers. We know that. We faced them last year. You know, they got a couple other guys too that are doing a really good job, and a quarterback that's hot. You know, Simpson's doing a really great job of managing the offense and being very productive. You know, so we've got to do a good job again on those early downs. You know, trying to, you know, get them behind the sticks to force the third down and longs and be efficient.
You believe him when he says that he didn't know about the Field of Dreams comment?
Absolutely not.
He did a good job playing it off, though.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't read the paper. I don't want to hear anything. Yeah. You know that's posted on their meeting room door, right?
Absolutely.
Well, I hope it works to our advantage. Those guys got to step up this weekend. Your Rocky Top Report brought to you by the Kregner Group. Buying and selling a home, one of the most stressful situations modern American life has to offer, other than watching your favorite Tennessee team play on Saturdays. Luckily for you, Bo Kregner and the Kregner Group can take that stress off your shoulders and make the modern real estate experience as easy for you as possible. Get it listed, get it sold, move on. Call Bo today. 865-742-1035 is his phone number. It's a free consultation. Doesn't cost a dime. Tell him Fan Run sent you. 865-742-1035. Or just go online to BoKnowsHouses.com. That's Bo Kregner and the Kregner Group. Real estate the right way. Setting up a big second hour here on the show. Young Walker Smith will have the top 4 at 4 for us. A lot of rumblings. The stuff down in Gainesville is interesting.
Why now? Like, why wait?
I think the off week is. I think they've been
off week.
Yeah,
I think for the off week.
They've got an off week next week,
Okay.
and I don't think they want to make a coaching change in the. Which
just go ahead and do it.
Yeah, I mean, if
you're gonna do it.
I think you want to do it on a Monday. Like, I
Right.
don't know that an off week makes – because when you fire a coach, you're basically saying that the season is done.
Yes.
It's
Giving
over.
up.
So what does it matter if you disrupt the team to the point of a loss?
Do you think that Penn State and all these bigger programs firing their coaches midseason have kind of ratcheted up the pressure?
Well, yeah. I mean, we had – let me pull this up real quick. Somebody said in the text box, lots of rumblings, Florida wants Franklin. Could that explain the sudden rush to get rid of Napier?
Yeah,
Jimmy Frank with the Gators?
We're out of time, but I've heard Lane Kiffin within the past 30 minutes, according to online rumors.
Just now? You mean the Lane Kiffin, the Florida rumors we've been talking about literally for the past 5 years? You're hearing those again?
No, they're saying it's a done deal.
Stay with us. Hour number 2 of The Drive coming up.
The Drive. The voluntary reaction. This football season, tune into Big Orange Country's post-game radio free-for-all, The Voluntary Reaction, presented by the Griffin Law Firm. We'll be live on the Fan Run Radio app as soon as every UT game is over, taking your calls and breaking down the game to levels that can only be described as beyond scientific. So tune in and drink with us from the keg of glory or drown in the pool of despair. The Voluntary Reaction on Fan Run Radio. The Voluntary Reaction. Raw, unfiltered, real.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Have you ever found yourself wishing your clothes looked brand new again? Whether it's your favorite suit, that little black dress, or your comfy winter coat, Crown Cleaners can make it happen. From stubborn stains to delicate fabrics, the expert team at Crown Cleaners uses the latest cleaning technology to ensure your clothes come back looking and feeling fresh. Visit one of their 2 area locations, Kingston Pike on Bearden Hill or South North Shore Drive near Dunkin' Donuts. Online at crowncleaners.com. Crown Cleaners, a tradition of excellence.
Got a flat tire? Strange noise under the hood? Don't stress. Roll into Matlock Tire and Auto Service. From oil changes and brake repairs to brand new tires, Matlock's certified techs do it all. Fast, friendly, and fair priced, Matlock is the home of the price match guarantee. Bring in any competitor's ad and Matlock will match the exact same tire for the exact same price. Matlock Tire and Auto Service. 5 locations in East Tennessee. Visit MatlockTireService.com to find the location nearest you and schedule your appointment.
Is that old tree in your yard starting to lean a little too much? Branches hanging over your roof? Don't wait until it's too late. Call ECR Total Landscapes today. At ECR Total Landscapes, we specialize in safe, professional tree removal, trimming, and storm damage cleanup. So if you've got trees that need to go, now is the time to give us a call. Plus, we're offering free stump grinding now through the end of the year when you use or mention promo code FANRUN. That's right, free stump grinding for FanRun Radio listeners. At ECR Total Landscapes, we live up to our name by offering total landscape services. In addition to tree cutting, we also offer a wide range of landscape installation services and custom monthly maintenance packages that create stunning outdoor spaces tailored to your vision. Give us a call today to schedule a free estimate at 865-384-2012 or just visit us online at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
Are you a federal employee facing workplace challenges like suspension or removal? Are you concerned about your security clearance with any federal agency? You know the Griffin Law Firm is your trusted ally in military legal matters. But did you know they also specialize in civilian federal employment law? If you're a federal employee facing workplace challenges like suspension or removal, if you're concerned about your security clearance with any federal agency, the DOE, FBI, FCC, or DOD, you might not know it, but you do have legal recourse. The Griffin Law Firm specializes in federal employment law, military law, and security defense law. VFL Marshall Griffin and his experienced team are ready to make your problem their problem, no matter which federal agency you work for. Don't face federal employment issues alone. Remember, remain silent, request counsel, call Griffin Law, 888-707-4282, online at griffinlawdefense.com.
It's time for the Drive's Top 4 at 4.
Hour number 2 of the drive underway. It's Fan Run Radio and the top 4 at 4. Brought to you this afternoon by our friends over at Knoxville Smiles. Walker Smith, hit it.
At number 1, Alabama coach Kalen DeBoer didn't wait for the SEC injury report Wednesday night to update the status of running back Jam Miller and receiver Derek Meadows, 2 Crimson Tide players who are currently in concussion protocol. He did so on at the SEC coaches teleconference today, saying, quote, "I expect Derek will be out," DeBoer said. Jam will probably be put as questionable for the weekend when it comes to the injury report.
A lot of eyes going to be on that injury report tonight, with not just for Jam Miller, but I was just talking with William Pattison out there. Jermon McCoy. That first elevation from out to doubtful or probable is going to hit hard for Vol fans.
If he gets listed as questionable tonight,
Vols
fans are going to be like, he needs to be. They're going to be like, he needs to be out there.
I tell you what, old mustard tosser, he's going to be taking a victory lap. That's for sure.
Is it taking a victory lap if he becomes from out to questionable but doesn't play?
No. Mustard tosser says he's playing.
Yeah,
All right.
He's called his moonshot.
Yeah, he can't walk that one back.
No.
At number 2, Florida head coach Billy Napier could be fired, quote, as soon as this weekend, per USA Today Sports. According to sources, Florida's AD Scott Strickland met with a handful of influential boosters yesterday and was told continuing financial support depends on, quote, new direction within the football program.
Yeah, so we know it's only a matter of time with Billy Napier. I mean, even if he goes on a huge streak, I don't see him being able to save himself at this point. If you're a Florida fan, who's at the top of your list right now? We heard James Franklin being bandied about.
Cignetti.
Kiffin
probably.
Imagine that might be the most unlikable 1-2 punch in college sports if you have Kiffin and Todd Golden together, as far as just like kind of snarky and
a little sleazy.
Yeah.
I don't think his skeletons are anywhere close to what Thriller's are.
You think Kiffin would go? I mean,
I don't.
You talked about Cignetti just staying at Indiana. If you can win at Indiana, you can win at Ole Miss. Or you think it's just a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity?
Yeah, well, he's said that before, hasn't he?
To get somewhere where you can really accumulate some talent.
Yeah. Well, he's younger, too. I mean, I think I say that about Cignetti because I factor in he's 64. I could see Lane going. I could.
At number 3, Game 3 between the Mariners and Blue Jays is tonight in Seattle. The Mariners hold a 2-0 lead with George Kirby on the mound. Toronto will be pitching former Cy Young winner Shane Bieber. First pitch is at 8 p.m.
Shane Beamer.
Bieber, right?
Bieber.
Related to Justin?
Don't believe so.
See how that kid's all grown up now? He's all tatted up and looking.
He's had some major
scruffy.
health problems as well. Imagine that.
Yeah,
I'm sure that was a real healthy upbringing for
Yeah.
Justin Bieber, being a
Child
teen
star.
star at like 14 and
hanging out with
a lot of
adults.
girls, a lot of drugs, probably a lot of
fast
problems.
cars.
Yeah, for sure.
Life was good for that kid. I remember I was in London, and at the hotel I was staying at, I came back from a business meeting, and it was swarmed with young
Believers.
girls. And
With
I
the-
was like, "What's going on?" And the doorman said, "Keep it down low, but Justin Bieber's staying in this hotel."
Ooh.
I was like, "Wow, oh, wow."
And then you started screaming
No.
uncontrollably.
No, but I called back home and told the story. And a few minutes later, my son, who's at the time starting high school, he calls going, "Hey, can you maybe get some pictures? Because I've told some of my friends about this." And it's like, no, I'm not. No.
What kind of dad are you? Look it
The
up.
kind that doesn't want to go to jail for harassment and stalking
Yeah,
of a star.
Looking like a creep.
Yeah.
Could have helped your son out there.
Be Bob and like 150, like pubescent.
I think you're
Yeah,
going to
he's
get
grown.
arrested for taking a picture.
Justin, I love you. Look at me.
Justin,
Bob's
over here, please. Justin,
I'm the only guy here. It's okay.
can you
Like
sign
3
my
feet
chest?
taller
Yeah.
than a bunch of 12-year-old girls.
I think the Mariners,
They're America's team.
you win the first 2 games in Toronto, and now it shifts back home. I'm sure Safeco could be lit. Or what is that? Not Safeco. T-Mobile.
Yeah, it's T-Mobile.
Going to be lit. One of those telecommunications firms, and they're going to be chomping at the bit. You win tonight. I mean, this series probably already over, but it'd be really over if they win tonight.
I was talking with Sam Beard. The TV ratings, if this turns out to be a Dodgers Mariners World Series, is going to be just atrocious.
In the Eastern time zone, anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, they should have manipulated a little bit more. That's what tells me that they don't really manipulate stuff.
No.
And at number 4, the Big 12 has fined Kansas and Texas Tech $25,000 each on Wednesday for the fallout of a dispute over fan behavior in the Red Raiders' 42-17 win on Saturday. Jayhawks coach Lance Leopold also apologized for statements he made after the game. Texas Tech was twice penalized during the game for fans throwing tortillas onto the field, an old tradition that was banned by the Big 12 before this season. In post-game comments, Leopold complained that the officials should have done more to stop the fans from throwing things, but he said the league handled it poorly and alleged that officials were forced to pick up a flag for it. He also claimed a fan threw a knife at a Kansas staffer.
Wow. Yeah, I get it. I understand about being upset about the knife. It was a pocket knife. I don't know. He's throwing tortillas on the field. Like, what's the big deal? If that's their tradition, that's the way. I mean, they're biodegradable. They're not going to hurt anything. Like, let them throw tortillas.
I love in this article on CBSSports.com, it says Leipold, whatever it is, stated after the game, he thought the tortilla-related incidents, I love that, were handled very poorly by the Big 12.
That's another name. I think Lance Leipold is you talk about resurrecting a dormant program.
Yeah.
Like he's got them, and I know they're nothing special, but what is the ceiling there for Kansas? In my opinion, he's probably, if he hasn't reached it yet, he's darn close. And I tell you, some of these SEC schools and Penn State, some of those schools could do a lot worse than that guy because he's exciting offensively. And you know who gave him his big break?
Danny White.
Danny Dollars. Hired him out of relative D3 obscurity or D2 or D3 obscurity to coach at Buffalo.
So you're saying Lance could be Penn State's Nate Oates, right?
I mean, it's not a terrible comparison. No. I don't know. I'm not going to say that he would have that much success. Nate Oates has obviously been to a Final Four at Alabama, but I think given better resources, yeah, I mean, you're always gambling. We gambled time and time again and couldn't hit 3 times in a row. And we finally hit on the 4th try with Josh Heupel, and nobody expected him to be as good as he's been here. So, I mean, if I'm gambling, that seems like a high risk, high reward proposition, which is I'm going for high reward. I don't want, safe.
Yeah.
If I'm Florida, you've had safe. I want somebody who could potentially be a superstar. Thank you, Walker. Top 4 at 4 brought to you by our friends at Knoxville Smiles. Don't put off your dental visits any longer. Do what I do. Go to Knoxville Smiles, their state-of-the-art facility on South Peters Road in West Knoxville. Dr. Stephen Malone, Dr. Mike Costa, Dr. Wolko, they all do a great job over there. They take a lot of time and care to listen to the patients and communicate with you about whatever your situation is so that you can make the best decision about your dental health. They're not just going to come in there and drive by, you're fine. No, they're really going to take the time to get to know you as a person, not just a patient. Routine dental cleanings, that's all I've had to go do there so far, knock on wood. But I tell you what, I know my dad had a implant done there. It's gone well for him, and they're doing half-price whitening now through the end of the year. If you get a routine dental cleaning done at Knoxville Smiles, half off the whitening procedure. So take advantage of that. Tell them you heard about it here on Fan Run Radio. Call 865-539-1776 to set up your appointment today, or just go online to knoxvillesmiles.com. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles. Our old pal Lucas Panzica getting set to jump on the show with us from 104.5 The Zone in Nashville. Get his thoughts on a tumultuous week for the Tennessee Titans. Coming up here just a little bit. First, though, let's get a call from Geraldo. Good afternoon, Geraldo. You're on the drive.
Let's go! It's Alabama week! Let's go!
He's still on 11. Yeah. He hasn't calmed down any. I mean, this is the way he was on Monday, right?
Told you the guy's this is how he's wired, man.
Ah!
You gonna be all right? Do we need to send help?
Maybe, because yesterday's show was so depressing. Everyone's down in the dumps thinking we don't have a chance. We don't have a shot. Boys, we're winning this game come Saturday.
It
might be a tight one. It might be close. They're going to score points on us, 100%. It's going to be frustrating at times. But our defense is going to cause chaos. Yeah, they're going to give up a lot of yards. But in the moments that it matters, they're going to bring it home. I'm telling you, boys, we're going to win this game. And you know what? I've been thinking about their fat lineman who runs the football sometimes. We need to have a plan for that, because DeBoer's getting real cute about that. And one of these days, he's going to cough up that ball. And it's going to be this Saturday. It's going to happen. And I cannot wait to see it.
So they have Jaden Proctor is the guy he's talking about. They have split him out wide as a receiver at Missouri, or earlier against Georgia. They threw him the ball. Yeah, he caught it, which is pretty good for a lineman. And then last week at Mizzou, they lined him up as a quarterback and let him run it, which is one of the funniest things. Like, that dude running is – I'm sure it won't be funny for us Saturday night, but I'm here for it.
Wasn't he in the Wildcat?
Yeah.
I mean, because he got a first down.
He got direct snap.
For that size, the dude's pretty
yeah,
athletic, I got to say, but that is
so
ridiculous.
Cute. It's so cute. It's so
Roll
cute.
down Tide.
Not Saturday. Not Saturday. We're coming for him. We're going to bust his kneecap.
Oh!
That's what I'm saying. It's going to be real fun for Alabama until he either fumbles or gets his knee blowed out.
This is a far cry from a couple weeks ago when the Rickard Ridge guy was saying we were going to spank their little bottoms.
Roll down Tide.
Yeah, we're calling for harvesting. This is Bama week.
Geraldo, we are going to win this game Saturday. I've seen
I know.
I've seen the future.
I know.
I've seen it,
been
Geraldo.
Guys, I am telling you, we're winning this game. Nobody believes me. Nobody believes in this team. Nobody in the national media believes in us, and that's exactly the right ingredients for a win. I can't get your cigars ready. Go buy them today. Go buy them today. We're winning this game.
Thank you, Geraldo. Appreciate the passion, the enthusiasm. He's going to be like this all week.
Told you.
Can you imagine what it's like to be married to that guy? Is there a Mrs. Geraldo?
Now, you guys obviously, you've got more history.
What's for dinner? Where are we going? Did you pick up the kids?
I love lasagna.
He's got a newborn right now.
Oh my God, that's even worse.
No. Actually,
Go to sleep.
That may be the.
Are you feeding again?
That could be the catalyst for all this. You guys have more history with Geraldo than I do. So how's he handle losses?
Not well.
Not well. I mean, how do any of these people handle losses, Bob? You've been doing this for a year or two now.
Any of us handle losses?
But I mean, is he that
not exactly mentally stable as a show or as a fan base or as listeners?
Is he that like burn it to the ground? I mean, is he that kind of tone?
No, it's like a Black Depression kind of deal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He gets fired up though. He gets fired up. I wonder if he's going to keep that same energy, win or lose, on Voluntary Reaction Saturday night, which could actually be Sunday morning.
He's definitely though. He's top 3 most volatile. Is Geraldo? I feel like Stevie and Big Josh.
Let's get Gary in here next.
Gary dropped.
Oh, Gary.
Brutal.
To you.
It's brutal.
Derek on the text box says, what? No, that's the wrong text. What kind of degenerate gambler football game do we have tonight?
Oh, let me find that one for you.
We had a good one last night.
I saw it. It's like Delaware. So Botch was in action last night.
He was.
It's critical.
He slimmed down quite a bit, Russell.
I mean, he was never poorly.
Sure, it's
but
not,
like he
not
looked
Spanx.
no, it's like he's got a Zempic face. He did go purple several times.
Be kind.
He was caught cursing by the cameras.
Good. Glad to see.
So nothing has changed for Butch Jones.
Not a thing.
Well, listen to this just incredible slate of football we got on a Wednesday night. We got Delaware at Jacksonville State at 7:00.
The Blue Hens versus the Gamecocks.
Yep. And also at 7:00, we got UTEP at Sam Houston.
1-5 UTEP versus 0-6 Sam
Yes,
Houston.
not a single Conference USA win between either of those two teams.
Well, something's got to give.
Yeah.
So-
Wednesday, you know what's got to get? I've got to get on my my backlog of TV watching since other than football.
When the game's on the CBS Sports Network that it's good.
Oh yeah,
It's gonna be a humdinger. UTEP's only a 2.5-point favorite. You jump in the Sheik's betting group on Signal, and if you want to pick on that one, because I got nothing for you, Derek. Coming up, our old pal Lucas Panzica, 104.5 The Zone, Titans Radio in Nashville, is going to join us. It has been a wild week in the Mid-State. Brian Callahan is out, and who will be the next head coach of the Titans? We'll talk to LP about that. Also get his thoughts on Tennessee and Alabama. Is this the week that Tennessee breaks a 22-year drought since the last time we tasted the sweet taste of victory in Tuscaloosa? More Fan Run Radio coming up right after the break.
The Drive.
For the fans, by the fans. This is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
Bankruptcy, divorce, personal injury. These are just some of the curveballs life can throw at you. Fortunately, East Tennessee has someone to help you work through these problems and recover. The law offices of Jerry R. Givens. If you're in need of legal advice, call today to set up a free, no-obligation consultation. 865-801-9250. As always, the phone call is free, the advice is free, so what do you have to lose? Call 865-801-9250 or go online to jrglawtn.com. That's jrglawtn.com. The law offices of Jerry R. Givens. Legal expertise you can rely on.
Running a business, coaching a team, planning your next big event, you need more than just gear. You need SM Athletics and Logo Solutions. Custom uniforms, branded apparel, promotional products, done right, done fast, and built to show off your brand with pride. From local businesses to high schools to major universities, SM Athletics is trusted by winners. Get real service, get real quality, get noticed. SM Athletics and Logo Solutions, where your brand comes to life.
Visit smathletics.com and let's build something great together. Ready to launch your career? Axle Logistics is a leading third-party logistics company where excellence is an energy. With an award-winning culture, Axle proves that positive outcomes come from a positive environment and a work hard, play hard mentality. At Axle, the drive for success is infectious. And with an uncapped commission structure, hard work isn't just noticed, it's rewarded. For those with big goals and even bigger dreams, Axle Logistics is the place to start your career.
Knoxville, get ready. The Big Sports Show is coming Saturday, November 8th at the World Exposition Hall. Meet your favorite sports stars, Hall of Famer Earl Campbell, baseball greats Wade Boggs, Dwight Gooden, and Jose Canseco, plus UT legends Shamiqua Holtzclaw, Carl Pickens, and many more. Autographs, photos, and memories you'll never forget, all in one huge day. Tickets on sale. Get yours now at BigSportsShow.com. That's BigSportsShow.com. The Big Sports Show, Saturday, November 8th, Knoxville. Don't miss it.
Are you tired of waiting on interest rates to drop before you start saving money? I'm Chris Burleson with University Lending Group, and I've got a better way. With a traditional closed-end mortgage, most of your payment goes straight to interest, not your balance. But with my Smart Loan, every deposit you make cuts your principal immediately and reduces interest in real time. On average, my clients pay off their mortgage in just 7 years. Call me today at 865-388-7634 or visit smartloantn.com and let's turn your income into financial freedom. NMLS number 332941.
White Claw is taking hard seltzer to new heights with White Claw Surge. At 8% alcohol, White Claw Surge is a stronger wave of refreshment that doesn't compromise on taste. Available in 4 bold waves of flavor like ripe blackberry, citrusy blood orange, zesty natural lime, and tart cranberry. Check out your favorite retailer in-store and online for the White Claw Surge Variety 12-pack and 16-ounce single-serve cans. White Claw Surge. Please drink responsibly.
Good afternoon. Still working this nasty wreck out here in West Knoxville, 40 westbound. They crashed between Paper Mill and West Hills. One car was on its side for quite some time. A lot of rubbernecking out here. It's got traffic clogged up with all that traffic trying to get from downtown now out here to West Knoxville. Again, they're working a serious wreck, 40 westbound, just past Paper Mill this afternoon. It's got traffic also backed up down on sections of Kingston Pike because of this crash. Hey, check engine light comes on. Don't panic. Google search Knuckle Busters Amco Knoxville. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
Let's head west to the mid-state where our old pal Lucas Panzica is standing by. You hear him weekdays on 104.5 The Zone and weekends on Titans Radio. LP, good afternoon. How are you, sir?
Oh, good afternoon, guys. You know, another day, another week, another hot board.
Yeah, another week is one way of putting it. What a week in Nashville as the Brian Callahan era comes to a close. I don't think it's a huge shock that actually happened as soon as it did. But I tell you what, never a dull moment with this franchise. What has the reaction been like so far on The Zone?
Well, I mean, yeah, like you said, nobody's sitting around surprised, but I do think it's just kind of been yet another reminder of the sheer amount of turnover and just constant churn that this franchise has had at the top since, you know, that first domino, I guess, going back to December 2022 and the firing of John Robinson after that loss in Philly. And since then, it's just been a constant carousel. So it's less about the move to fire Callahan, right? Because you hit a point this season, and I don't know what that was for most people. For me, it was probably the loss in Houston, 26-0, when you think, okay, it's really, really hard to picture a way forward for Brian Callahan. So then the question was, when? Is it going to be during the season? Will they do the thing that everybody expects them to do if they lose to New England in the Mike Vrabel game? Will you fire him after that, or will you wait till the end of the year? Will you do it at some point in between? And obviously they tried to get out in front of the Patriots thing. And in the end, I don't know how much that really did, because now the conversation nationally has become, okay, well, they're just trying to get it in so that Vrabel doesn't have that satisfaction of being the reason that his replacement is fired. And it's just kind of been this big mess. Monday, we got the news. Honestly, we didn't expect it. It kind of came out of nowhere. It's rare, guys, that a coach can get fired and it's not broken by Adam Schefter, Ian Rappaport, any of those guys. Those guys seemed blindsided by it. And so the statement comes out from Chad Brinker, and it took about 4 hours before we knew who the interim coach was, Mike McCoy, and then it took another 3 hours after that before Chad Brinker and Mike Borgonzi are in front of microphones at a press conference talking about this move. So it's less about the actual firing of Brian Callahan. Nobody is banging the table saying he needed more time, he was the right man for the job. But as has been the case with the Titans for the last few years, it's been a lot more about general discussion on the overall context of how this is taking place.
Hey, Lucas, thanks for joining us, man. So let's talk a little bit about Mike McCoy. Guy's got some NFL experience. It just, such is the way, right? With the NFL, we get all of these guys who kind of, what's old is new again. And he's obviously excited to take the reins of the Titans, but what do you think the vibe is in Titans Nation?
I guess it's just a hope that he can stabilize things and continue to, and put Cam Morton in a position to succeed, right? That's what this season, and then it always was what this season was, right? It's just, okay, can you show some sort of growth as a football team, and most importantly with your rookie quarterback? And to be fair, they showed growth in special teams. That's been a total 180. The defense has put out winning performances, but the offense has been so historically bad that none of that has mattered when it comes to the wins and losses, and your only win is, just a colossal collapse by the Arizona Cardinals in the fourth quarter. But, to be fair, they gave you opportunity after opportunity, and the Titans, namely Cam Ward, took advantage of those opportunities. So that fourth quarter where Cam Ward's throwing for 193 yards and leading a comeback and leading a game-winning drive, you want to see more of that, right? More of those glimpses. And other than that fourth quarter, it's felt like week over week, it hasn't gotten better. It's felt like quite the opposite with the general operation of the offense and Cam Moore just, looking like he's swimming a little bit. So can Mike McCoy obviously do all the things you want an interim coach to do? Stabilize the situation, keep the team together, all of these things. But most importantly, can he change the direction this is going offensively with Cam Ward in his rookie year? Do everything that he possibly can to have us come out, come on the air or talking to people after Titans games and saying, yeah, they lost, the game went like this, the game went like that. But okay, Cam showed some good things week over week. So that hasn't happened in the last few weeks. That's going to be the biggest thing that I think is asked of Mike McCoy, at least by this fan base, as a guy that's, had multiple stints as a play caller, obviously the one stint as a head coach in San Diego, and has worked with quarterbacks going from Tim Tebow to Trevor Lawrence to Peyton Manning.
Lucas Panzica with us this afternoon on the show. Lucas, I'm going to give you a two-part question here. I know that's you're not supposed to do that in talk radio, but you're a trained radio professional. You learned from
Allegedly.
Bear. Yeah, so what could possibly go wrong here? How would you characterize the Brian Callahan era now that it's over? And the second part, how big of a problem is Amy Adams-Strunk in the ownership situation for the Titans as it relates to all this turmoil and dysfunction?
So to the first one, characterizing the Brian Callahan era, I don't want to, it feels almost harsh to just say lifeless, but, at no point in the Brian Callahan era, I don't think the Titans looked like a legitimately competitive NFL team, right? Like maybe the first half of the first game, when you're talking about having a 17-0 lead in Chicago week 1 last year before the Will Levis meltdown kind of began from there. And from there on out last year, it was really blowout after blowout. Titans were the worst special teams unit in the league. The defense just could not carry that weight that the offense was placing on them week in and week out. The Will Levis experience was what it was. And so the thing is, coming into this year, guys, like there was not this grand expectation of the Titans making this big leap into being even a team hovering around 500, hovering around that 8-9 mark. Every discussion we had was, can you win 5 or 6 games? And can you show some growth? Can you show some improvement? They didn't show any of that, especially offensively, which was the most important thing this year. And there were just too many moments where you could tell Brian Callahan just wasn't ready, right? Whether it was not knowing the rule and not challenging an Alec Ironman or catch in Denver week 1 to late end of half situations, mishandling timeouts, all of these things. Not ready then is the longest way for me to get to my final point on your question there, Russ. To characterize the Brian Callahan era, not ready. So he's just not ready to be a head coach, to be a full-time offensive play caller, certainly not both at the same time. And so then you take a step back and you look at Amy Adams Strunk and this Titans leadership. I mean, you don't really have any choice but to look at the very top with these things. And now that's starting to happen across the board. And any national reporter talking about the Titans is talking about it from Amy Adams Strunk's perspective. That just is what it is. And it certainly isn't helped by the fact that she doesn't speak. It's her prerogative. She has every right to speak or not speak whenever she wants. That's how this works in American sports. But, guys, we're talking about 2 GMs and 2 head coaches in 3 years' time, since 2022. We're not even to the end of 2025. And that's not including the shuffling on the deck that has happened in between all of that, right? Like, for me, the real turning point is the hiring of Rand Carthon and pairing him with Mike Vrabel. And that, to me, is where the trial and error really started. And we can talk about John Robinson, whether or not it was the right decision to fire him, all these things. But the decision to put Rand Carthon, a person that Mike Vrabel did not believe was ready for that opportunity, on that job and kind of force that marriage, if you will, was the start of this downhill turn. Because that, ends up not working out. Mike Vrabel's on the outs. They say, we're going to stick with Carthon. They bring in Callahan. Before they even do that, they take Chad Brinker, who was the assistant general manager under Rand Carthon, and suddenly make him president of football ops, to where he goes from being Carthon's number 2 to now Carthon is reporting to Chad Brinker. And it just kind of goes on and on and on. And then Callahan is hired, and then Carthon is fired, and then Borgonzi is hired, and then Callahan is fired. And it's just like, when will this end? And I guess the answer would be, if you get this head coach right and Cam Ward is who they think he can be, and that can cure all ills. We see it time and time again with dysfunctional organizations. But right now, unfortunately, you just have to call it like it is. The Titans are the picture of dysfunction in the NFL right now. No other organization has had the type of up and down and turnover and carousel that they've had in the last couple of years. And that kind of has to go to the top.
Yeah, and we're sitting here talking, Lucas, about what that next hire is going to be. So I'm going to give you a multiple choice question. So imagine if you were the GM or the owner of the Titans, would you want the next head coach of this team to be either A, like the interim option, a guy who's got a career head coaching record below 500, B, some hotshot younger coordinator that's floating around in the NFL and succeeding, or C, a coach that's out there right now that's got, it's seasoned, has more experience? It's like 3 different options. Which one would you prefer?
So what was A? What was option A?
Just stay the course with what you got with McCoy.
Yeah, I see. It far be it for me to try and predict at this point where the Titans will turn next, but I don't think A is something that is out of the realm of possibility, right? I think if Mike McCoy does stabilize this thing and show something with Cam Ward, and hell, that's happened here. That we saw that with Mike Mularkey here, replacing Ken Wisenhunt as the interim, and Amy Adams Strunk made him the full-time head coach, and that was successful to a degree. Making the playoffs with that playoff win, and then they go on to the Vrabel era from there. So I don't think that's out of the realm of possibility. The most likely to me, though, to answer your question, is option C, because when you look at what they did in the post-Vrabel era, they went with the complete opposite in every way. They went from the leader of men, hard-nosed, Mike Vrabel type, to the young, up-and-coming whiz kid first-time head coach. That didn't work. Will they swing back the other way and bring in somebody that has experience, that is still an offensive-minded coach to work with the young quarterback, but maybe isn't as fresh-faced and isn't as much of an unknown as Brian Callahan? I tend to lean towards that's where they go, which rules out, a Joe Brady, somebody in that sort of category, and immediately makes you think about the Mike McCarthys of the world. And then you get to the question on who's interested in this job, considering all of the turmoil at the top. I tend to think that gets somewhat overrated, because I think coaches believe in themselves and believe in getting in here and getting to work with the young quarterback and buying themselves enough time doing that to where you can put a successful product on the field, and that obviously masks any dysfunction at the top. But I would lean towards somebody that has done this, that is experienced, that is not going to have that deer in headlights look, that has seen it, that has worked with quarterbacks, has won games in the regular season and the postseason, and can come in and just stabilize the situation. Lord knows that they just need some stability for the first time in years.
Sounds like he's talking Gruden to me, boys.
You know, it's like it's not something that has not been brought up. Like I have seen the John Gruden thing floated around. He is available.
He's out there, and he loves Tennessee.
I love Tennessee.
Yeah, that would be, man. How about that?
He's got property up in Jefferson County, Lucas.
Just slap John Gruden on top of all of this. Yeah.
He finally comes to Tennessee to coach the Titans, just like we all drew it up 15 years ago when the groomers first started. Hey, Lucas, let's get to the real story this week. It has been 22 long years since we have drank from the keg of glory in Alabama. Is this the week Josh Heupel finally figures out how to take his show on the road and has a signature moment in somebody else's house?
Yeah, I mean, I think it is if one of two things happen. And you guys tell me which is more likely, and I think I'm going to know your answer. Number one, to me, is if Tennessee is able to run the football, I mean, rack up over 200 yards of rushing offense against an Alabama team that gave up over 160 against Mizzou, who's the number one rushing attack in the SEC, who Vanderbilt ran the football successfully against Alabama. If Tennessee's able to take that down to Tuscaloosa, with Deshaun Bishop having the breakout that he's had, and that enables you to stay ahead of the chains and continue this momentum offensively to just straight up outscore them. Or if this defense finds a way to string some stops together, right? It feels so boom or bust with this defense, where they're either giving up a touchdown or they're forcing a turnover or sacking the quarterback. Well, Ty Simpson doesn't make a lot of mistakes. So if he's going to make any mistakes, it's going to have to be forced by that pass rush and this secondary. What do you guys think is more likely? That this defense does more than it's shown in the last couple of weeks against an Alabama offense that just looks sound and efficient and mistake-free? Or is it more likely that Tennessee can go down there and just outscore Alabama in Tuscaloosa under the lights in an absolute classic, which is another thing that we haven't quite seen yet in the Heupel era, right? Taking that offense on the road in that type of environment against that type of opponent.
I mean, obviously, Bob, I think it's more likely that we win a shootout, but I think you got to do both, LP. Even you won a 52-49 shootout against them in 22, but your defense still made plays, which sounds ridiculous when you give up 49 points. But, we remember the sequence there on the goal line where we were able to force a punt and then obviously stopping them towards the end of the game to force that long field goal. I mean, you got to do something. You just got to get in their way a little bit. We've been having the conversation, like, what's the number? Bob, and we talked to Adam Sparks earlier. They think it's got to be in the 30s. I think it's got to be more, Lucas. I don't see us winning this game scoring less than 42 points and probably going to have to be more, in my opinion.
I think I agree with you. I mean, I think I'm right there with you. Ty Simpson's playing really well, man. Like this, what we've seen from Bama these last couple of weeks, it's a lot more aligned with at least what I was expecting coming into the year. Like all of our preseason chatter and everything, I had Alabama winning the national title. Like I think this team's loaded. I think Ty Simpson has done the thing that nobody does and waited his turn, and it's showing. And I don't know what the hell happened in Tallahassee, but this is not that team, what we've seen lately from them. So they're just not going to make a ton of mistakes. They're not going to shoot themselves in the foot offensively. So I'm with you. I think Joey Aguilar has to have the type of game that puts them, just in the annals of Tennessee history for them to go down and get this win.
Anything else in the SEC that's surprising you, Lucas, in terms, whether good or bad? I mean, because it's been a wild season so far in the conference and it's early days, but still anything that's caught your eye where it's like, man, I did not see that coming at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's interesting just how sort of flipped the narrative is mid-season in terms of what we thought before the season started, in terms of who we thought was going to be at the top of this discussion. When you talk about, let's just say, the highest ranked team in the AP poll out of the SEC, or just looking at the SEC standings. It's not Texas. It's not Georgia. It's not LSU, but it's Ole Miss. It's Texas A&M. I mean, and Alabama is in that discussion at this point. So obviously Texas and what that experience has been is the most shocking thing that's taken place so far in the SEC season. But just generally, man, it's this week to week that other than Kentucky, nobody's bad. Like, there's not a bad team in this league week over week. Anybody can get got in any different Saturday. We can map out all of these college football playoff paths. But if there's anything we're learning, it's like we're going to just end up throwing it out. Like, it's so easy to sit here and say, okay, if you're Tennessee, you have to take care of business. Either take care of business in Tuscaloosa or sweep the rest of your home opponents and drop one of Alabama or Florida. Like, you can do all this tinkering, but it's always going to be just the most unexpected pathway to the playoff to me. So week over week, we're learning that. And obviously this is one that's pretty easily circled if you're Tennessee. But if you lose this game, obviously there's no margin for error, right, the rest of the way in the SEC. So we'll see if they can go down there and this. I don't want to say the biggest win of the Heupel era. It's so hard to put anything
It'd
over
be right
just
up
the
there.
release. That's what I'm saying. Like, in terms of the most impressive win, like the hardest thing to do, I'd say this right here would be the most difficult accomplishment of the Heupel era if they're to go down and win on Saturday.
Yeah, interesting. I think I tend to agree with you there. All right, LP, last thing for me here. I'm going to put you in the Borgonzi seat, or maybe Amy Adams-Strunk's seat, which that's kind of a scary thought, but we're going to give you carte blanche. You get to hire whoever you want to hire to be the next Titans head coach. Who are you going with?
I want to hire Mike McCarthy. If I just got total, if the context didn't matter, because there's so much here that you have to consider, right? Okay, will this head coach be able to come in and exert any sort of I don't want power seems strong, but you get what I'm saying. They veered so far to the opposite direction after they moved on from Vrabel. They didn't want a coach like Vrabel that was strong-willed in that way, that wanted as much power as Vrabel wanted. So they brought in a Brian Callahan. Okay, would a Mike McCarthy gel with that ideology? Would they move away from that at all? I don't know, but if you're just going blank slate, just pure head coaching perspective, Mike McCarthy. And it's crazy to me how many Titans fans I've seen look at that name pop up and scoff at it. I mean, what head coach are you going to bring in here that has anything even close to the resume of Mike McCarthy? The experience, a guy who's dealt with big-time personalities, whether it's in the building he works or on the field playing the quarterback position. Like, this is a dude that dealt with Jerry Jones over his head, a guy that dealt with Aaron Rodgers as his quarterback and won, like had success with both. So it's mind-boggling to me that anybody would turn their nose up at Mike McCarthy, but you guys would be shocked, man. I've seen a ton of that. It's social media. Take it for what it's worth. But Mike McCarthy every time.
Yeah, it's just the absolute safest bet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to stabilize it. Just to stabilize the situation and get you somewhere in the right direction. Because all they've done in the last 2 years is go backwards and sink deeper and deeper.
When I first heard McCarthy, like even before they fired Callahan and people were speculating, I didn't turn my nose up it, but it was kind of like, retread, but the more I look into it, like I'm with you there. I mean, he wouldn't be my first choice, I don't think, Lucas, but he would be up there for me. I'm intrigued by Matt Nagy with the Chiefs. I mean, I like the idea. Arthur Smith as well. Guys who've been head coach before. I mean, we've seen guys get a second chance, Andy Reid being the most obvious example, get a second chance and succeed. I do think some head coaching experience is a major plus. Being able to develop a quarterback, obviously, I think you go offense. I don't want to go defense here, but I mean, I think that there are some good candidates out there. Hopefully they pick one.
I mean, all those guys you just listed do check off a lot of those boxes, right? Still offensive-minded, head coaching experience, that the lights won't be too bright, and connections all over the place. I don't know what Mike McCarthy's relationship is with Chad Brinker, but they overlapped for a time there. Matt Nagy obviously overlapped with Borgonzi, and obviously this franchise is very familiar with Arthur Smith. So, yes, those are three of the names that will be tossed around, I'd say the most as we get into this process, but
We got a long way to go, fellas. It is week 7 in the NFL season, and we're firing up hot boards over here.
Oh, man, going to be an interesting couple of months in the Mid-State for sure. Lucas, proud of you, brother. Thanks for jumping on. We'll be listening to The Zone. You and Buck keep holding it down out there and have fun with the coaching search.
Thanks, fellas. Talk to y'all soon.
Yep.
Thanks, Lucas.
He's at Lucas Panzica on X, a proud graduate of FAB, the Fan Run Academy of Broadcasting.
He's covered a lot of coaching searches now. If you think about it.
Get away from him. He's always got something going on.
I mean, starting when he was with us at Fan Run, now on to the Titans. I do have a question. Who do you think's the worst NFL owner? Jarrah, Jimmy Coach in shorts, Amy Adams Strunk, or whoever owns the Saints?
Tepper in Carolina.
We're just going to pretend like Jim Haslam doesn't exist.
Haslam's not.
Yeah,
good.
Jimmy Coach in shorts.
Oh, is that what you said?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, Jerry Jones, Jimmy Haslam, Amy Adams. Who you saying? The guy in Carolina?
David Tepper, the guy in Carolina.
Yeah,
he hasn't owned it for
train
long,
wreck.
but it's
He's
been
a
a
debacle.
train wreck since the minute he said go.
I mean, Jerry's got 2 Super Bowl rings.
Yeah,
none since his
I know.
buddies,
None since the
Jimmy
olden
Johnson
days.
and Barry Switzer.
Well, Jerry, the owner, is very good. Jerry, the general manager, is what's really
I would
bad.
agree with that.
Yeah. How old were you when they their last Super Bowl? I had hair.
Was it 96?
I think
95,
so.
96, 15 or 16.
You're in high school. Wow.
I was but a wee lad.
Who does own the Saints now? Is it still the Benson family? Or did they sell? Or
they sold or were in the process of selling or something?
I thought so too. I'd put a vote in, by the way. I think the Jets are poorly run.
Oh, yeah.
Is that Woody Johnson?
Woody Johnson, yeah. Yeah, that's a mess.
Anytime you go to England for 2 years to be an ambassador and you literally leave the country while you own the team, probably not going to go well.
And the Giants are proving that if you find a quarterback, I mean, we'll see how long this kid lasts. He doesn't seem he doesn't seem like he's real big on self-preservation so far, but they look pretty good with him.
Quick timeout. The Drive continues. Back to wrap up hour number 2 of the show right after this.
The Drive. Catch up with all things Fan Run by subscribing to our podcast feed. Like, rate, and download the show from the Fan Run app or wherever you get your podcasts.
It's football time at Tennessee, so crack open a cold beer that doesn't fumble the flavor. Garage Beer is 100% beer-flavored beer. No gimmicks, just cold beer. Built for bonfires, backyards, and beating Bama. Garage Beer is proud to be brewed right here in the Volunteer State. So pick up a 12-pack today and look for the Drive celebrating Football Fridays at select Garage Beer headquarters around town this fall. American-owned, Tennessee-brewed Garage Beer. 100% beer-flavored beer.
With over 60 years of experience in the industry, Merritt Garage Doors has a wealth of expertise in commercial overhead doors in the East Tennessee area. Merritt offers a wide range of door styles like sectionals, rolling steel, high speed, and sheet doors. They also supply and install a wide range of dock equipment. If your business is in need of overhead doors, no matter the type, look no further than Merritt Garage Door, Knoxville's best and most trusted overhead door company. Contact them anytime for a free estimate at 865-933-5319 or online at merrittgaragedoor.com.
Citizens National Bank.
We believe a good game plan is essential for success. With a CNB Plus Perks checking account, you'll save money with cell phone protection, roadside assistance, identity theft protection, and more. Banking at CNB has its perks. Find out more at cnbtn.com.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
Your smile says it all, so make sure it's saying the right thing. At Knoxville Smiles, we believe healthy teeth mean happy lives. Invisalign is a clear aligner orthodontic treatment that gradually straightens teeth without the use of traditional metal braces. And now, at Knoxville Smiles, we're offering Invisalign special pricing for new patients. Call for details at 865-539-1776 or just visit us at knoxvillesmiles.com. Don't wait another day to love your smile. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
Tired of waiting for the weekend or good weather to play around? From casual to committed, Back Nine Golf has got you covered. Open to the public and offering flexible membership opportunities, they offer 24/7 access to 5 different simulators, providing cutting-edge technology, instant swing feedback, fun mini games, and a wide variety of courses to choose from. Perfect for that solo round you want after work, or swing by with food and drinks for an afternoon with friends and family. No stressful tee times, no rain delays. It's Back Nine Golf your way. Book your tee time now at theback9golf.com.
Blackford Veterinary Surgery Referral specializes in surgeries not regularly performed by your pet's general veterinarian. They're currently accepting referrals from vets all across the country. With their newly renovated state-of-the-art surgery center and highly trained staff, clients can rely on professional and thorough care. If your vet says that your pet needs surgery or rehab, ask for a referral to Blackford Vet and let them get your best friend back on its feet. Located conveniently in West Knoxville. For more information, visit blackfordvetsurgery.com.
Fan Run Radio, the drive continues. All right, Bob. So read this Ian Rappaport article. He was actually on a show on the NFL Network and was asked about the Titans job. And he gave out 4 names. And Matt Nagy is one of them, Arthur Smith, and then Joe Brady is an interesting name on there. Tell me about the 4th guy. Colts defensive coordinator Lou Anarumo.
Lou Anarumo.
Bengals guy.
Yeah, he was the guy that was running the Bengals defense when they went to the Super Bowl.
Yes.
Okay. So why did he leave?
I don't know.
He was a scapegoat for the Bengals defense being atrocious last year, so we fired
That's
him.
who we want to hire. That's who the Titans will probably hire.
No. Lo and behold, the Colts defense is good now, and ours is still bad.
Big coup for the Colts getting him. He's a big reason that the Colts. That's why he's in this conversation. He's been very, very instrumental in helping turn the Colts' fortunes around.
I'm not dismissing it out of hand. No head coaching experience and defense are kind of like, I don't know.
Out of that bunch, I'll tell you, and I know he lost his job at Chicago. I think Nagy's a pretty good coach.
Yeah, that's the one I wonder about, because I know Chicago fans look at him as a failure, but he's stood next to Andy Reid for a long time and has soaked up that knowledge. And like, if you look at the records, like I think his second, he had a 13-win season, took them to the playoffs.
Yeah, I was going to say they got into the playoffs and were, game team in the playoffs.
Chicago's also never been known to be like the best ownership and front office situation.
So he should be used to what he'd be getting into with the Titans.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've heard Brady's like Penn State's #1 target to replace Franklin.
I've heard his name in the mix on that for sure.
That's, you're hiring a college coach who's never been a head coach. Maybe it works. Never been a head coach at any level.
Which do you think would be harder, be named head coach at Penn State or head coach at
Penn State?
Penn State.
Because he has what, 1 year of college coaching experience?
Who's that?
Brady?
Joe Brady.
Yeah.
Was he where was he before he went to LSU? Wasn't he in the pros and he dipped back down?
I think it was Buffalo. No, he went to Carolina, then to Buffalo. Now where he's at?
But I'm saying, like, where was he before?
Yeah, I know.
2018.
I'm trying to think. I don't know.
Showed up there, developed the hell out of Joe Burrow, and
this is the gamble you get into. Is Penn State it is going to be hard to find somebody that is going to do better than James Franklin did.
Here's the flip side too. So for whoever comes in, I think of kind of Gene Chizik vibes. Whoever comes in, Penn State's schedule next year is not difficult. Okay. And they do have talent. So if somebody comes in that's a pretty good coach, they could go and win 10 games.
Yeah.
But then the expectation is going to be even greater the following year and the following year. So you're already setting yourself up, because Chizik got fired a season, not the next season, but the season after the season that, season and a half after he won a national title. I mean, that's incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
got away from him quickly.
Yeah.
That's another fan base. I can't remember who
So did
said this
Ogeron.
about
Yeah.
last week, but that fan base also they've got like Alabama level expectations as a fan base.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this guy's averaging almost 10 wins a season for him, and they fired him.
Joe Brady was a grad assistant at Penn State in 2015, 2016.
Mm-hmm. He was Saints offensive assistant from 17 and 18, and then joined LSU in 19.
So he does have some college experience and experience in Happy Valley, but I don't know. That feels like their version of Gruden almost, where it's like he was he was a student manager. He washed the jock straps for a year and
got coffee.
Right. I don't know, man. I mean, he's
only 36.
It's been proven that, I mean, Franklin came in and inherited it was Bill O'Brien before him, right?
Yeah.
And O'Brien he didn't win at the level Franklin did, but
he's a very good coach.
He had him going in the right direction. They were winning.
He carried him through their darkest moments
Correct.
as a program. He kind of was a stabilizing force.
How's he doing at Boston College? I've just not followed them at all. Are they?
There you go.
They're
that says it all.
It's Boston College. That seems like a graveyard job if ever there was one.
But the whole story is he took that job because of his son, right? You know that story?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, which I thought was, pretty awesome. And, I think it was like I think he believes he can win there, but it was kind of part and parcel to having the best care possible for his son.
They're
1-5 right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's a lot of worse jobs to kind of finish out your career. I mean, Boston College, pretty decent job.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to win a championship there, but at Boston College.
I remember, kicking his name around for one of our coaching searches. Like, Bill O'Brien, get him here.
Boston College is still, I think, held responsible for some of the disintegration of conference realignment and everything else. Remember when they left the Big East to go to the ACC?
I miss the Big East in football.
Yeah, it was just a money grab. That's all it was.
It's a good thing that that's changed and schools don't do that anymore.
not at all.
It's all based on geography and tradition. Hour number 3 of the drive coming up next right here on Fan Run Radio. Stay with us.
The Drive.
Fan Run is giving away a huge prize package.
That's a big box. What's in there?
You're going to want to find out.
What's in the box? What's in the box?
Give me the gun. A winner will be drawn live on Halloween during Fan Run Friday at Calhoun's on the River.
To learn how you can earn entries, make sure you're tuning in daily to Fan Run Radio and following us across all of our social media platforms on Facebook, YouTube, X, TikTok, and Instagram.
For over 3 years, Crumble Cookies has served the Knoxville area, from Clinton Highway to Parkside Drive. Even our friends out in Maryville have reached you, our fans, with the best cookies in the game. This fall, Crumble is gearing up for yet another fantastic season. Whether you're tailgating or looking for a pick-me-up after getting the kids from school, Crumble has you covered. Download the Crumble app to check out this week's rewards and features. And stop on by. Tell them Fan Run sent you, but don't miss the cookies.
Got a problem tree looming over your home? Call ECR Total Landscapes. Whether it's trimming, removal, or storm cleanup, our certified pros get the job done safely and efficiently. We're licensed, insured, and ready 24/7 for emergency calls. Big or small, we cut them all. ECR Total Landscapes. Call now for a free estimate, 865-384-2012, and mention promo code FANRUN for free stump grinding on any tree removal now through the end of the year. Also, visit us at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Are you ready to make your dream home a reality? Hi, I'm Bo Kregner, and here at the Kregner Group at Realty Executives, we know that finding the perfect home is more than just a transaction. It's about finding your sanctuary, your future, your happiness. Our team is dedicated to guiding you every step of the way, ensuring a smooth and stress-free journey towards home ownership. Whether you're buying, selling, or investing, we're here to help. Call me anytime at 865-742-1035 or just visit us online at bonowshouses.com.
Dick's House of Sport at Westtown Mall is a destination devoted to sport, and it's your destination for exclusive events and experiences. Come visit a store like no other. Check out our 40-foot rock wall, golf performance center, Hit Tracks batting cage, and outdoor turf field. You can now rent our space for private events and birthday parties. Learn more about our events and exclusive product launches on Facebook and Instagram at Dick's House of Sport KNX. Dick's House of Sport, proud partner of Tennessee Athletics.
At Knoxville Insurance Group, they understand the challenges many consumers face when searching for insurance coverage. That's why whether it's for you, your family, or your business, they create a coverage plan specifically for your unique needs. Knoxville Insurance Group is an independent firm, which means they aren't beholden to just one insurance company. They search multiple companies, acting as your negotiator to find you the best possible policy and price. Start a quote in minutes at KnoxvilleInsuranceGroup.com or call them today at 865-694-9788.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
The number one problem we see at our clinic is delaying treatment. ED can get worse.
Book your appointment right now. Call 865-544-8220. Prefer privacy? Book online in under 30 seconds at menspronaknoxville.com.
At our clinics, men's sexual health is the whole job. Look, I'm a normal guy too. I hate going to the doctor, but we've helped so many guys in here just like you. Even if pills have failed, our medical team is going to take the time to talk you through it. Same day in-house lab, and the treatments, well, they could change your life.
Your local medical team has your back. ED, performance, Peyronie's, size and shape modeling. We tailor what works for you.
I'll get to the point. Can you imagine epic performance and epic sex? Yeah, I said it.
A stronger you is closer than you think. We're available right now. Call 865-544-8220 or book in 30 seconds or less at menspronaknoxville.com. Men's Pro Knoxville, making it happen.
It's time for The Drive's Top 5 at 5.
Quitting time on your Wednesday, 5 o'clock here on Fan Run Radio. Third and final hour of The Drive. Thanks for being with us on a Wednesday afternoon. Top 5 at 5. Brought to you this afternoon by Walker Smith. With Walker Smith by our friends at Matlock Tire. How do you're sponsoring the top 5 at 5 now, Walker? How about that? I didn't know you had that kind of money.
It's good to hear.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just trying to put my name out there. They say advertising is everything, and that's what we're doing.
It's all about image.
It's all about it.
Yes.
At number 1, Rick Barnes took the stage today at SEC's Basketball Media Day as the Vols are just 3 days away from its first scrimmage. He talks about how Jacoby Gillespie is ready to take over for Zakai Ziegler, saying, quote, "We're lucky to have him, and the more I'm with him, the more I realize that he's just going to continue to get better." He also mentioned NCAA expansion, saying that his biggest concern is how long the tournament could become. And that, quote, "I just don't see it ever going beyond 3 weeks." You'd like to think that teams that do get to go there, that they can look back at that they can look back on that experience as being one of the great experiences of their life. I just don't think the champion should have to play more than 6 games.
Yeah. And I don't want to pile on Coach here and take a cheap shot, but getting to that 5th game has been difficult. So yeah, you don't want to make it any longer than that.
It took a while for us just to get to the 4th game.
But I'm sure they will. I'm sure they'll make it. I'm sure they'll suck the soul out of it. I mean, they're already on their way to doing that with all the playing games and everything. So it's unfortunate, but I agree with Coach.
Mm-hmm. I do love the high praise for Jacoby Gillespie. The Nate Ament hype has kind of overshadowed that Gillespie is kind of like this dream guard that Rick Barnes has been kind of wanting for years. Like, he talked about how he had been eyeing Gillespie since he left Belmont before he went to Maryland, and that this is a guy that he's just so excited to have.
Yeah, I think he's going to be the engine of this team.
Mm-hmm.
Amen will get a lot of praise, hopefully, but I think that Jacoby Gillespie, I mean, he's going to be the straw that stirs the drink for us this year.
Yeah, he's going to be like our Chris Paul with like a Blake Griffin or something. Like, he's the guy that's going to make everything go, and Nate Amen's going to probably score most of the points, but Jacoby Gillespie is going to be setting him up probably more than half the time.
When I was watching Amen at that scrimmage, because it's been well chronicled, we know the guy's got a good shot from distance, good jump shot. He's really, really nice down in the, I wouldn't say the lowest post, but like in that 10-foot range. I mean, he was working a few guys because he would get, one point I think he had Amari Abrams on him, and, you know, he drew a foul, and Abrams just kind of put his hands up like, what am I supposed to do here? You know? He's very refined for a freshman.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
And so I'm telling you, man, there's a lot of emphasis on him and Jacoby, but I think they're up to it, man. They're both very, very good.
Mm-hmm. At number 2, Jameer Brown, the country's top wide receiver in the class of 2027, is the centerpiece of a lawsuit filed in the state court of Ohio that seeks to allow him to benefit from his NIL while in high school, a move that may trigger the State Athletic Association to change its rules. Brown, who is committed to play at Ohio State, has earning power of more than $100,000 per year, according to the complaint. The lawsuit was filed by Brown's mother, Jasmine, in her role as a parent or guardian.
Stealing my docket material again. I have to have a talk about this with you too, Walker.
He's too busy selling his sponsorship.
I didn't get that one across my desk.
You have a desk?
You don't have a desk, do you?
I do now.
Why not? Let the high school kids collect NIL, right?
Might as well. I mean,
imagine
where does it stop?
16-year-old kids pulling up to local high school in a brand new Mercedes, popping out.
Why not? Why not?
There will be no bad repercussions for this at all for us as a society.
Of course not.
In the sports world.
Kids that age, man, they're so smart with their money.
What could possibly go wrong?
Who knows? It just seems like it's a win-win for everyone. At number 3, some news and notes from around the NFL. In Tampa Bay, rookie wide receiver Emeka Egbuka will be out for Week 7 with a hamstring injury. In Washington, wide receiver Terry McLaurin has returned to the Commanders' practice and is expected to play. And finally, in Cincinnati, all-pro defensive end Trey Hendrickson did not practice today.
All you Egbuka owners can suck it.
Oh,
wow.
Easy.
Wow.
Where's everybody out in the station league, you guys?
I'm good.
Somebody in these 2 rooms is at the very tip top of the league.
I guess that's you.
It is,
because it ain't me. I'm on the struggle bus. Keg of glory, not exactly covering itself in glory so far this year.
Thank you for asking, Bear. I'm 5-1.
I'm 4-2. I'm right there.
Yeah, you are.
I should have beaten you when we played.
Well, should have, but
you know that's how it goes. That's how it goes.
It doesn't happen.
No.
Keep working on the sponsorship.
Keep working on it. Jesus. At number 4, Russell Westbrook has reportedly agreed to sign a contract with the Sacramento Kings as the former NBA MVP and 9-time All-Star returns for his 18th season. The deal is reportedly for 1 year, $3.6 million.
How old is Russ now?
36.
That's a good question. 36?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's...
I just think he's on a kind of a, and I think he's kind of not bashful about it. It's just a money grab here at the end,
His last big contract, sail off into the sunset.
Yeah.
I don't blame him.
Because Sacramento, I don't think he's going to win a bunch of games there.
No, they're going to be one of the worst teams in the NBA. So he's just going, a quick $3.6 million to play in Sacramento. I think he'll take that, even with the taxes.
Yep.
And at number 5, a 70-year-old Italian man stands accused of pretending to be totally blind for over half a century, during which time he collected over 1 million euros, $1.6 million, in disability payments. The man unduly received over €1 million in benefits for total blindness over the period of 53 years. The man, whose name has not been revealed, had been declared completely blind over 5 decades ago following a work-related incident. Since then, he had collected over €1 million, but when the finance police of the Vicenza Provincial Command conducted cross-checks, something caught their attention. So they decided to follow and video record him. That's how they caught him performing gardening work with dangerous tools and carefully checking out the produce at the market before buying it.
To say they catch him going to the movies or something.
Yeah, I mean, somebody had to have tipped him off. I mean, that's what I thought. I thought they might have caught him buying a TV.
They caught him checking out some fruit, just making sure his fruit was ripe.
Somebody had to have tipped him off, right?
It's a good scam right there.
It's pretty good.
€1 million.
53 years.
You think
there's
that's quite an act.
Yeah, there's a theory out there, a conspiracy theory that Stevie Wonder not blind.
I've heard that one. It's a good one. There's some good videos on that out there.
I mean, you would think it would be a great publicity stunt, right? I mean, like he's a great musician. Like I think he could have made it without that. But when I think of Stevie Wonder, like as good as the music is, I think of him in those sunglasses, like looking up at the sky while he's playing before I think of any of the tunes.
Have you ever seen him without the sunglasses? What his eyes look like?
No.
I mean, they're like
all cross-eyed and stuff.
Well, they're like almost all the way up. They're just white looking.
Yeah.
I mean, he's blind as a bat, dude. I know the conspiracy theory, but no, I think he's blind as a bat.
That's why he wears the sunglasses, I presume, right?
Yeah, because it looks. It looks very weird.
Yeah.
So
remember when George Bush waved at him?
No.
Which W?
W. Yeah, it was like some
so
performance thing. He's like, "Hey, Stevie," he waved at him. Stevie's like, "Is this dude waving at me?"
He's not the only one, though. There have been a couple of like famous people that are friends with him.
It's
that
I guess common mistake.
Yeah, they've said in
Understandable.
interviews that they said he's
reach
very,
out to
very
shake his
good
hand,
man. Or like asked him something, or what looks good on the menu.
Ooh,
I think was one of the comments.
All right,
what would you say to him? Yeah, what feel? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you either have it in Braille or you have somebody tell you what they have.
The menu.
Yeah,
he reads with his finger.
I bet that dude's sense of smell is just like on point.
Well, I mean, his sense of hearing is.
It all gets speaking from firsthand experience, not myself, but another family member. It is.
You walk into a restaurant
optimized.
and it's just like
overload.
Know exactly what's going on,
and also hearing, it's optimized too.
Yep. What are like all your senses? Like your sense of smell,
sense of touch.
Yeah.
That sense of smell thing could be that's not necessarily a good thing all the time.
Two-way street.
Yeah. What if you're,
flatulent?
Or you're around somebody that isn't. Like god awful. We've all been there on both sides.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I would say that most smells are not great when you stop and think about it.
There's some pretty putrid ones. The big city ones are especially bad.
Yeah.
Catch a whiff of something.
Oh, man, just walking down the streets of New York.
Yeah, that sewer funk.
Coming up from the subway.
Or subway funk, really.
It's like stagnant water and
I
don't know what.
Yeah, just everywhere. Let's get Roberto in here. Roberto, you're on the drive. It's Fan Run Radio.
Hey, guys. Good afternoon.
What's going on?
Oh, man, it's a beautiful day to be alive and well in East Tennessee, man.
Isn't it though?
Oh, my God. Sure beats the hell out of Tuscaloosa, Alabama, which is why I've decided not to go this weekend. Just can't stand that place or those people.
Roll down
non-sports related question that you guys kind of brought. Better blind, allegedly blind, musician, Stevie Wonder or Ray Charles?
Man, that's like I just don't like questions like that because it's hard to quantify.
I don't know that I'm not familiar with either's entire catalog, but I know more Stevie stuff.
I think Ray's got a bigger catalog.
Oh yeah,
but and they were.
I mean, he did an entire country album, which was awesome, by the way.
That's kind of like who's better, the Beatles or the Stones? I mean, they're both.
The Beatles. No one asked that question.
1,000 years from now, everybody will still be listening to both bands. So
You're right. And then maybe that's a better way to say it is you shouldn't try to quantify musicians at large. Just enjoy what they do. But
yeah,
Ray Charles, man, blew my mind when I started listening to his stuff. It's unreal. The stuff he's doing. He was actually blind. Stevie Wonder's not blind, by the way. I don't believe that.
You're buying into this?
You're a Stevie Wonder, not
you
blind.
see, when somebody threw a ball at him on stage and he caught it, and that was.
Is there a video of this?
Yeah, and it's not AI. This was before AI was a thing.
Well, that's the thing. Is like you can't trust anything anymore.
Yeah, but
There's
what if
another
it
one
looks
when
so
somebody throws
real?
something and he dodges it. Like it's like, did he hear it? Like, is his
He might
hearing
have.
that
Yeah,
attuned while he's
that's the
singing?
other thing. Like he might have just kind of sensed it.
Have you guys listened?
The
Heard
air
any of
changing
these,
around him.
AI songs? Like they'll take famous songs and put them in a different style. It's
Yeah,
like
they're really
completely fake, but they sound real as hell. Hell, I saw Dale Earnhardt Sr. boarding in a half pipe last night in a video. It looked real as hell. Man's been dead for like 24 years.
So great. Well, guys, I'm trying to drop a posy spin take every day leading up because I want our fans to be uproarious, if nothing else, coming into this weekend. In games of consequence, Alabama's allowed 11 sacks, and I'm including the Georgia game where Georgia couldn't get any pressure and had 0 sacks. In basically 3 games, Florida State and the last 2, Vanderbilt and Missouri, they've allowed 11 sacks.
Yeah,
you're going to get to the quarterback.
We had
And
a
then
guy, Andrew Bone, on yesterday and from Alabama on 3, and that's what he like. Bob asked him if there's a weakness that Tennessee could exploit, like what would it be? And granted, he was like, you'd have to reach a little bit here, but it's probably the offensive line has not been great at either run blocking or pass blocking.
No, run block. They're horrendous at run blocking. That's the other thing I wanted to say. They talk about Alabama shutting down Ahmad Hardy this weekend. So I did some digging on Ahmad Hardy. You talk about schedule merchants. I said this on William of Orange's show, but you talk about schedule merchants. Missouri, some schedule merchants, and that dude is a stat merchant. Do you realize until this last weekend, actually including this last weekend, the best running defense that guy has faced is South Carolina at number 8080. Alabama's number 93.
Fraud.
I watched
Eli
that
Drinkwitz
Carolina game. I thought he looked pretty good.
Well, their defense is fraudulent. That's why. They don't have a defensive line at all to speak of. I just keep coming back to, I think our defense is going to do some things. And after watching Brooks Austin break down Tennessee from this weekend, I think that it was more schematic. Not that we were good. We're not good. Our defense is bad. But schematically, we were just playing to keep Arkansas in front of us because we knew we were going to lose that game. And I think Mississippi State was just, we gave up 21 points on 3 turnovers. So I'm starting to be slightly more confident. I think we have a better kicking game than Alabama, which is saying quite something, given that our kickers already kind of choked on one this year. But, man, I'm getting more and more confident. I think that 26.7% at ESPN should be a lot higher. See ya.
Thank you, Roberto. Appreciate the phone call.
I don't know. I mean, it's been, 22 years since we won down there. Went on the road in the SEC is almost impossible. I mean, it's very hard, especially down there. It's a night game. I don't know. I'm kind of sandbagging right now.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking yourself out of it. I mean, Geraldo told you to grow a pair. Bryson, North Carolina told you to. Yeah, I thought you were walking on sunshine.
I saw another report on the internet.
Oh, good.
Mustard Tosser's an
What's
idiot.
Mustard Tosser saying now?
He's not. Got another source saying that there's rumors that his knee swelled again.
Oh.
Is this golf ball tosser you're hearing this one from?
No.
No.
It was the same thing as the last time we tried to ramp it up. He just needs to sit.
Why
man.
don't you stop worrying about what the message board idiots are saying? No offense. And just Stick with the published reports here. He ain't playing.
Well, I know that.
He's not playing this weekend.
I don't think he's going to play at all this year now.
You went from so in the span of 2 hours.
Yes, sir.
You've gone from he's playing Saturday, we're back, to he ain't playing at all.
Yeah.
Based on 2 message board posts by just completely anonymous people that mean nothing.
True.
By the way, during this whole exchange, I was doing some research.
We do our research. Have you done your research?
I didn't see any video where somebody threw a ball.
I couldn't find that one
Stevie
either.
Wonder. Now, I did see there was a big appearance where Paul McCartney swipes by him and knocks a mic down, but it looks like the mic hits his arm first, and then he catches it.
I saw the guy next to him grabbing it.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, he can also, his hearing is so acute. Like they can hear stuff, stuff that if you closed your eyes, you wouldn't hear somebody. They can tell
he's
by hearing if somebody's in a room with them.
like a wolf.
They can hear your heart.
Or he could just see them.
They
You
can
can
hear
smell
your
it.
heart.
Some blind people, their hearing is that acute.
They can
and
hear
smell.
your heart beating.
Yeah. The room's quiet.
Wherever you said, like you're asking a question.
Yeah.
Are you just making this up?
Yes.
And hoping that it's true?
Yeah, I'm just saying that blind people
can
can
hear your
sense when you're in the
heartbeat.
room with them.
They could smell fear. That's the
I
other
mean, they
one.
could smell you.
Um,
Like you don't smell. I know when you walk in this
I
building.
smell you from across this glass.
I have to believe at a minimum he's legally blind. Maybe they.
He's like eyes rolled up in his head blind. He's blind.
Yeah.
I could hit him in the face with a shovel. He
Blind,
wouldn't be
blind.
able to tell you who did it.
Oh.
Well, that'd be cruel.
Yeah, just think of a different example, man. Why are we talking about hitting Stevie?
Maybe just
In the
throw a
face with the
throw a
shovel.
throw a Nerf football at him and see what happens.
Whoa, I mean,
Well,
that's as bad as me in the shovel.
No,
a
no.
Nerf
It's
football.
humiliating. You want to humiliate the
All right,
man?
humiliating
You-
versus hospitalized.
Yeah, you can
are
humiliate
very
me all
different.
I
day
didn't say I
long.
wanted to. I just said, that dude's blind. Anybody that says he's not just blind, he's been blind since birth.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing.
We're all in
with you.
agreement.
Pretty sure.
Yeah.
I can't remember. Maybe he
Best
wasn't
Stevie
blind at
song?
birth.
Ma Cherie,
Mm-mm.
Superstitious.
Mm-mm.
I gotta think of it.
Mine's a deep cut.
I liked. I actually liked. What was it? King Duke.
Oh, Sir Duke.
Sir Duke.
Ba, 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 ba,
It was just
ba, da, da, ba, ba.
just different, right? It was just a little. Different.
Ah, it's bouncy.
Yeah, loved it.
I don't know. What I can't remember the name, but Everything Is All Right.
There's a song off, I think it's Intervisions called I Believe When I Fall in Love with You, It Will Be Forever. You ever heard that one?
Yeah,
It's a jam.
I always mix up because McCartney did so many duets. He did Ebony and Ivory with McCartney, right?
I thought that was Michael Jackson.
I thought Michael Jackson was Say with McCartney.
Now he did that song on Thriller, The Doggone Girl Is Mine.
Oh, that's
The
right.
Doggone Girl Is Mine. I usually skip that one. On
You know who
Thriller.
wrote Superstitious with him?
Who?
Who played the drums on it?
Billy Preston?
Mm-mm. Jeff Beck.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, I saw it recently.
Writing on the Wall.
It was supposed to be,
Good Stevie Ray Vaughan cover.
I mean, Stevie Wonder wrote it, but
Yeah.
Beck had a big role in it.
Ebony and Ivory was McCartney and Wonder.
Okay.
Say was McCartney and Jackson.
Exactly.
And that's right around the time they had their horrendous, I don't know if it ever got repaired, falling out.
Yeah. And then Roberto just texted the guy who said he's blind, or he's not blind, who said that he confirmed that Ebony and Ivory was with Michael Jackson.
We're glad we cleared that, whatever happened there up for
Bear,
the
this
audience.
Song you're thinking of is called Uptight.
Yeah.
Out of sight.
Everything.
Oh.
That's young Stevie Wonder. That's when he was little Stevie Wonder.
Motown's
just
sound.
slapped
You
all
remember
the
that
sounds
beer
all
bar,
the
The
time.
Spot?
Oh,
It was
yeah.
right down Kingston Pike. Gina Truitt, who owned, she's
Yeah.
a great gal. Love Gina. But she had an original 35 millimeter print of Stevie. He's like maybe 14 or 15 outside the Motown, the house or whatever. And he's got these gigantic like mirrored sunglasses on and the harmonica. Just a classic shot. I mean, he's been making music all his life, dude.
Coming up, get back to these phones. If you want to jump in, take a shot, 865-966-3435, your phone number to call or text The Drive this afternoon, 966-3435 on a beautiful Wednesday afternoon. Quick time out. We're back with more right after this.
The Drive.
Streaming worldwide at fanrunradio.com and on the free Fan Run app. This is Big Orange Country's Sports Talk Radio Superstation. Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Light and refreshing tasting, uniquely cold way filtered. There's an iconic flavor for everyone. Come on, grab a pack. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavor. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Knoxville, get ready. The Big Sports Show is coming Saturday, November 8th at the World Exposition Hall. Meet your favorite sports stars. Hall of Famer Earl Campbell, baseball greats Wade Boggs, Dwight Gooden, and Jose Canseco, plus UT legends Shamiqua Holtzclaw, Carl Pickens, and many more. Autographs, photos, and memories you'll never forget, all in one huge day. Tickets on sale. Get yours now at BigSportsShow.com. That's BigSportsShow.com. The Big Sports Show, Saturday, November 8th, Knoxville. Don't miss it.
Fall fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for, including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
Are you a federal employee facing workplace challenges like suspension or removal? Are you concerned about your security clearance with any federal agency? You know the Griffin Law Firm is your trusted ally in military legal matters. But did you know they also specialize in civilian federal employment law? If you're a federal employee facing workplace challenges like suspension or removal, if you're concerned about your security clearance with any federal agency, the DOE, FBI, FCC, or DOD, you might not know it, but you do have legal recourse. The Griffin Law Firm specializes in federal employment law, military law, and security defense law. VFL Marshall Griffin and his experienced team are ready to make your problem their problem, no matter which federal agency you work for. Don't face federal employment issues alone. Remember, remain silent, request counsel, call Griffin Law, 888-707-4282, online at griffinlawdefense.com. Ready to launch your career? Axle Logistics is a leading third-party logistics company where excellence is an energy. With an award-winning culture, Axle proves that positive outcomes come from a positive environment and a work hard, play hard mentality. At Axle, the drive for success is infectious. And with an uncapped commission structure, hard work isn't just noticed, it's rewarded. For those with big goals and even bigger dreams, Axle Logistics is the place to start your career. Got a flat tire? Strange noise under the hood? Don't stress. Roll into Matlock Tire and Auto Service. From oil changes and brake repairs to brand new tires, Matlock's certified techs do it all. Fast, friendly, and fair priced, Matlock is the home of the price match guarantee. Bring in any competitor's ad and Matlock will match the exact same tire for the exact same price. Matlock Tire and Auto Service, 5 locations in East Tennessee. Visit MatlockTireService.com to find the location nearest you and schedule your appointment. More than 3 years ago, the Detroit Red Wings said they fired Zamboni driver Al Sabatka after he was caught urinating in a drain at work. I remember talking about this 3 years ago. And Sabatka had been on the job he'd been their Zamboni guy for 50 years. And so he sued, insisting he was fired due to age discrimination. So what if the guy took a whiz in the drain? You're in a hockey arena. Drain there. I mean,
were there people around? I can't remember I vaguely remember this.
I think you just pull the guy aside and say, "Hey, Al,
go to the bathroom."
Yeah, we got restrooms here. Just please don't do that again.
You hadn't peed in a drain.
He's fired in 2022 at the age of 68. Yesterday, a Wayne County Circuit Court jury in downtown Detroit, after deliberating about an hour, voted 5-2 against Sabatka, saying the Red Wings were justified in firing him and did not discriminate based on age. So Sabatka loses his thing there.
I always thought that'd be a cool job to have.
Oh, yeah.
Zamboni driver for an NHL team.
It's whatever the best NFL, NBA halftime show. I mean, I love Red Panda. Cannot hold a candle to just sitting there and watching the dang Zamboni, man. I love that. When you see it.
Glistening ice.
Yeah. Like they get that one final swipe down there to
I like
kind of
that
finish
little
it up.
wheel they use to steer the thing up on top.
That's fantastic entertainment. And we have an update on the Tuscaloosa police captain. Who got busted for domestic violence. Captain Kermit Thomas Hart III, 57-year-old, goes by Kip. Was taken into custody Sunday after a woman claimed he grabbed her by the throat and started to choke her while she was looking through his phone for text messages to another woman.
Roll down Tide.
I mean, there's digging a hole for yourself, and then there's what this guy was doing.
It was bad.
Officers were dispatched at 12:33 a.m. Sunday to the woman's home, but found her at a neighbor's house in only a shirt and underwear, according to a deposition in the case. Woman had red markings on her neck, but did not seem to have bruising. Said that she had been in a relationship with Hart since 2019. There you go. And started having issues about 3 weeks ago after she caught him deleting messages from his phone. It's a bold move to go through a man's phone. I'm not condoning what he did. You don't put your hands on a woman, but
it's true.
It shouldn't go anybody's phone.
It's an all or nothing tactic, going through someone's phone. Because you have to know they've done what you think they've done to go through their phone. Because if you get caught going through their phone and they didn't do it, it's done. Like you just don't go through someone's phone.
Total break of trust, right?
Yeah.
That's what happens when that.
Yeah, I mean, in a marriage, you have to communicate. But if you have
nothing to
incited such suspicion that your spouse wants to look through your phone, you better not have anything on there.
Make sure it's clean. It's squeaky clean.
Nothing
No
squeaky
evidence.
clean, man, in this world.
No, but you don't have to be stupid and hold on to messages. Rookie mistake.
Yeah, you don't want to be marrying like into an FBI forensic data expert. That would be
bad.
Be bad as well.
Yes. Says you deleted 417 messages from Susie.
Well, it's still out there. Like if you get in trouble.
Oh yeah, they can find it. Yeah,
it's in the cloud or whatever they call it, sitting somewhere on a server.
So I'm reading a classic that I'd never read before. Helter Skelter by Bugliosi.
You've never read that?
No. It like just the 1969. Like I didn't realize that the Sharon Tate murders happened, and then the LaBianca murders happened the next day, and they didn't catch. Like not even catch up. They had no idea who did it for like 2 or 3 weeks, or 2 or 3 months. The big murder of the century, and they had no idea until they really had to dig deep, and it was a hard case to prove because they didn't have all these data records, the phone records and everything, or just
they kind of stumbled. They almost I don't know how far you're into it. Like a couple of times they had been released. They were in jail for other charges, and they just couldn't catch up to them. But they finally did.
They had them, but they were worried that they were going to get out on other things. But had a couple of people with loose lips in the family, Manson family. Not nice people.
Tex.
I'm beginning to think that Manson guy was a real bad apple.
Patricia Crenwick.
He was.
Who else was in there?
Rascal.
Misunderstood, maybe.
All right. Thank you. That is the docket. It's brought to you by the law offices of Jerry R. Givens. If you find yourself in need of legal advice, I'd invite you to call my good friend Jerry Givens over at his office. Set up a free consultation. Legal action can be overwhelming, but no matter what issue you're facing, the law offices of Jerry R. Givens are here to help. They assist people in filing for bankruptcy protection, as well as people who need representation in family law. If you're going through a divorce, criminal law, if you've been accused of DUI or a crime, personal injury cases, they handle all of it at Jerry's office. As always, the phone call is free. The advice is free. So what do you have to lose? No matter what you're facing, they're ready to help you get the results you need. Call 865-801-9250 to set up that free consultation, or visit jrglawtn.com. Again, that phone number, 865-801-9250, and the website is jrglawtn.com. The law offices of Jerry R. Givens, legal expertise you can rely on.
While we're wrapping up the docket, I have something right here that should have been on the docket. We talked about this on Monday, and I was poo-pooed when I brought it up.
Poo-pooed.
But I don't know if y'all saw this. This came out on A to Z Sports last night. Something was unplugged. It sounds like something fishy happened on the Arkansas sideline when the headsets went out against Tennessee. We were quick to think maybe... Nice. We were quick to think that it was when Joey Aguilar ran into the comms box. They finished out the first half. Everything was fine. Brent Hubbs is now validating that there is word that things were quickly just discovered. Like, oh, hey, these are unplugged. What's up? And plugged them back in.
Are you asking? I mean, the question, are you asking for an I told you so, Bob?
No. Actually,
go ahead and give it to him, Russ. He's obviously.
I want to have the conversation. Like, what do you think happened?
I said it all along that I think Bobby Petrino's a scumbag, and I wouldn't put anything past him to try to win a game.
X-Files music first.
When he's over there in those sunglasses at night, I'm telling you, like,
he's sinister, isn't he?
Yeah, I think he would do anything, man. He would do anything to win.
The Charles Manson of SEC football.
Well,
oh, God.
So
I don't know if he's that bad.
Look, I think
helter-skelter offense.
You know, we say a lot of stuff, but I mean, the truth is, someone like Hubbs, he's dialed in. He says, and I quote, Arkansas was a unique challenge for Tennessee. Tennessee basically prepared for 4 different defenses over the last 2 weeks. And then Arkansas opens the second half conveniently without Tennessee having use of the headphones. Arkansas opened the second half defensively with a different defensive structure than they played in the first half. So there were a lot of games going on. There was a lot of chess matches going on, a lot of adjustments, a lot of gamesmanship. Arkansas didn't work, continued Hubbs when asked specifically about the headset issue. They told the officials seconds before the second half got started that their headsets weren't working.
I agree with Russ. We should just not start the second half until they got them working.
But then they quickly found the problem, which was apparently something was unplugged. They didn't scream that they weren't working right after Joey Aguilar went into the comms box over there. They finished the half acting like nothing was wrong, and then nothing appeared to be wrong throughout halftime. But right before kickoff in the second half, lo and behold, they didn't have headsets.
So this doesn't prove necessarily that Arkansas did this on purpose to gain a competitive advantage. It does stink. It's awful convenient. Just show of hands right now. Do you guys think that Arkansas was trying to slip one? All right.
Please. I mean, it's
come on, man.
Come on.
It makes too much sense.
Between this and Cottgate.
If this was a Sam Pittman coach team, I'd say, okay, it was an accident. We like Big Sam.
Why are our headsets dependent on what's going on in Arkansas sideline?
Because
it's a fairness thing.
Yeah, it's an NCAA rule. If one team doesn't use headsets, neither team.
But why are all our headsets going through their?
It's not. We had to just turn ours off because they couldn't use theirs.
Oh, okay, I got it.
Yeah.
Same in the NFL.
Yeah,
and I believe it's the same in high school as well.
And think about it. That was a pivotal time in the game, right?
They've changed defenses, and we're coming out for our first.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's only a 3-point game.
Well, we have the ball first.
Right.
Yeah.
They're
So
changing defenses.
we are based on tempo and complexity, and we can't communicate through the headsets. I just think it stinks, man.
On behalf of Walker, I would like to apologize to you, Bob, for him poo-pooing you.
I did no such thing.
That's kind of you.
I mean, he basically called you a
I would
liar.
never do that.
That's
no.
That's
I
there.
apologize,
It's kind.
Or Walker, not Warren.
I'd prefer to save it for something that's even worse. But
what, you got a list over there, Bob?
Well, it'll come.
What do you hold on to? What is it we've done?
I'm saying there'll be another one. That's all. No, I'm not. I wasn't asking for an apology. Actually, I was just saying that I just felt this way all the way through, and it's just nice to hear.
You got a feeling.
Yeah,
feeling
that other people were thinking the same thing I was thinking.
Yeah, I thought it was really just weird and it felt strange that and we didn't have any problems. Did we score that? It's been so.
No, we didn't. We didn't score on that possession, right? Bear, do you recall?
I don't think so.
But
it made it more believable simply because Aguilar he hit that thing hard, dude, with his helmet.
To me, they sent an opportunity. Hey, let's go ahead and unplug that thing, and then we're going to do this.
That's not a spur of the moment.
No, Well,
That's
is.
a good.
I mean, there's no way that you could plan that you're going to have that opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, that's just how
play
morally
that card.
Morally bankrupt and ethically challenged.
You don't know that it was Bobby Petrino's idea. Somebody may have come to it. Hey, coach, like they just hit this thing. There was a couple of things like we could do this.
What is it you tell me all the time? Anytime I do something crazy or stupid, that I reflect poorly on the show and on you personally.
Oh, I'm not saying that he has to give the okay at the end of the day. He's running the ship.
Sometimes the head guy can just do the whole, I don't want to know about it.
Plausible deniability, Bob?
Yep.
Just for the record, after our first 3 drives following halftime, we went 9 plays, 43 yards, field goal in 3 minutes. The next possession after we get a fumble, 3 and out, punt. Turned them over on downs. Next drive, 3 and out, punt. And then we scored on our last drive of the third.
Yeah, but we went without our headphones for just one drive.
Well, it was enough to where Tim Banks and the defensive staff ended up on the field, so it was at least into the second drive as well.
Yeah.
I mean, how long does it take those guys to get up and?
Well, I mean, it had to take a couple of minutes to run down there and then get back up.
But it's 4 or 5 minutes. I mean, it's not like just running downstairs to the basement. I mean,
no.
I bet they've got an expedited way to get up.
But I mean, they'll have the elevator ready and they'll do it at the TV timeout and have a path cleared and all that stuff. But I mean, still, you got to that trip cannot be made in less than 2 minutes.
I think
no.
I do agree with what Russell said. I think some of this is you're a victim of the TV coverage, and they did the whole things got to keep moving for TV. It's like they should have just stopped the game till they got everything fixed.
That was my thing. It's like, what are we doing here, man?
Yeah.
This is college football. Like, just
this matters.
Yeah, just wait and we'll figure it out.
Imagine how we'd feel now. I mean, we won the game. Imagine how.
Yeah.
I mean, this would have been nuclear all week long if we had lost the game.
But to your point, Russell, the NFL doesn't wait. Like, they don't wait. Like, everybody just takes their headsets off when you play ball.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know why that they are like that, but at NFL and college, it's the same thing.
If it's going to take more than 5 minutes to address, I could wait 10 minutes. I mean, I realize at a certain point, like, hey, we got to get on with it. But you put all this time, these coaches are working 100 hours a week, getting ready for these games. Fans invest so much money in everything. You get there, and then we're just going to wing it. Like, I think you have to make allowances for that sort of thing.
They started working again when Arkansas went back on offense.
Amazing.
Oh, how about that?
Kind of like South Carolina's offense looked great against us in Clemson.
I'm just picturing that guy from Airplane with the plug. Oops, sorry.
So now you do
Is that the guy who does that?
There's a sale at Penny's.
The fog's getting thicker.
So if we had lost that game, you would have had to cut a little voice track for Hoggate.
Yeah. Hoggate.
Yeah. Hoggate.
Hoggate is much more nefarious than Cockgate.
Cockgate. Well, Hoggate fortunately didn't cost us a game Cockgate very well may have cost us a spot in the
Hoggate was
playoffs.
Did Bobby Petrino really have road rash, or did he just get his ass beat by volleyball girl's boyfriend?
Or did he run them off the road? That was always the one conspiracy theory I saw.
I always thought, not to
just
get
got
too
his ass.
lewd, that he had his pretty young girlfriend behind, and she
There's just two.
gave him the old reach around.
I'm just thinking of the pattern. The pattern with this cat. I mean, integrity is like the last thing you would find in his file.
I hope he gets that job, man. I love him just
mean,
as a character. I mean,
what? Right? Wasn't he? He was stumping for the job when he was at Auburn, right? He was stumping for Tuberville. I mean, he was wanting him ousted. He did it. The word is he did it here. He, the Louisville thing where he was with the Falcons and he leaves under, like
What he left a note in the locker room?
Yeah.
Isn't that the
Post-it
deal,
note.
Bob? Post-it note.
He's a crappy person.
Deuces, I'm
man.
out.
I'm sorry.
Howdy 5,000.
Talented,
He coached Lamar.
talented coach, but yeah, I agree with you, Russell. It'd be great if he gets the job.
Just from a sheer entertainment standpoint.
Just so dastardly.
Yeah.
That wouldn't go poorly at all.
I mean, the league needs a good villain.
Let's bring this guy back.
Yeah, I was going to say, how many times has a guy gotten fired twice
by the same school?
At the same school.
That's like some your wife divorcing you, and then you actually are able to get her to marry you again.
Oh.
There's got to be someone in that boardroom, whatever meeting it is, like, let's think about what we're doing. We are about to hire a coach who we have already fired once.
Some people are just addicted to the drama.
Head football coach who was cheating on his wife with a younger staff member, coaching staff member.
Yeah.
In another sport.
Like, just write it on the
whiteboard.
whiteboard.
Who was engaged to another coach within the athletic department.
Show that picture of him last week in Neyland Stadium at nighttime with the risky business sunglasses look going on. And it's like, does you want this representing us? This guy's a clown.
Hey,
They should. I thought they should have put the picture of him wearing the Sugar Bowl
Welcome
hat
back.
and
Welcome
the
back,
neck brace
Bob.
on the
Welcome
side of
back,
the
Coach Petrino on the Jumbotron with that picture. That would have been great.
I was going to say,
Let's make a pros and cons list for
big
this
on
guy.
the outside of the stadium.
That's all they would need to realize this is a bad idea. Just a pros and cons list.
This is Arkansas.
I didn't even think about that, but somebody should have had like a giant printout of that thing to be holding up like every time he comes off the field by the South Tunnel.
Oh, you talking about the neck brace one?
Yeah.
Or it looks like somebody took a belt sander to his face. I do hope he gets that job.
The last thing I'll say, we could. Let's keep Drinkwitz at Missouri. Let's keep Beamer at South Carolina. Let's keep Petrino at Arkansas. It's awesome.
These are great characters for the sport. I agree. Stay with us. The drive continues. Back to wrap things up right after this.
The Drive. Can't get enough Fan Run Radio? Download the free Fan Run app and take the best Tennessee sports conversations with you wherever you go.
Your smile says it all, so make sure it's saying the right thing. At Knoxville Smiles, we believe healthy teeth mean happy lives. Now through the end of the year, we're offering half-price whitening with a cleaning. That's right, half-price whitening with a routine teeth cleaning at Knoxville Smiles. Call today to set up your appointment. 865-539-1776. That's 865-539-1776. Or book online at knoxvillesmiles.com. Don't wait another day to love your smile. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
Yeehaw! I've been hooting and hollering ever since I started betting with the VIP Play app. VIP Play has more than 200 leagues, every bet type you can imagine, live betting and live hosts, all with 24/7 support from real live people when you need them. Start betting better with the VIP Play app today.
Don't be a better, be a better with VIP Play today.
Download VIP Play today or head to VIPPlayApp.com. Make sure you use the promo code FANRUN to take advantage of their welcome bonus and so they know that we sent you. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-8899-789. Must be 21 or older and located in Tennessee to bet.
The number one problem we see at our clinic is delaying treatment. ED can get worse.
Book your appointment right now. Call 865-544-8220. Prefer privacy? Book online in under 30 seconds at menspronaknoxville.com.
At our clinics, men's sexual health is the whole job. Look, I'm a normal guy too. I hate going to the doctor. But we've helped so many guys in here just like you. Even if pills have failed, our medical team is going to take the time to talk you through it. Same day in-house lab, and the treatments, well, they could change your life.
Your local medical team has your back. ED, Performance, Peyronie's, size and shape modeling. We tailor what works for you.
I'll get to the point. Can you imagine epic performance and epic sex? Yeah, I said it.
A stronger you is closer than you think. We're available right now. Call 865-544-8220 or book in 30 seconds or less at menspronknoxville.com. Men's Pro Knoxville, making it happen.
Bankruptcy, divorce, personal injury. These are just some of the curveballs life can throw at you. Fortunately, East Tennessee has someone to help you work through these problems and recover. The law offices of Jerry R. Givens. If you're in need of legal advice, call today to set up a free, no-obligation consultation. 865-801-9250. As always, the phone call is free, the advice is free, so what do you have to lose? Call 865-801-9250 or go online to jrglawtn.com. That's jrglawtn.com. The law offices of Jerry R. Givens. Legal expertise you can rely on.
Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection in town, and now your new favorite place to watch sports. Their indoor projector is perfect for any weather, and they've revamped their upstairs area with more TVs to take in all of the action. Their menu features hand-battered chicken tenders, juicy burgers, fresh salads, and the tastiest pizza in Knoxville. You can enjoy their happy hour drink specials daily from open until 6 p.m. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Technically did. Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
We're working like heck.
He resigned.
That's fired. That's being fired.
They give him $1 million handshake. There's conspiracy theories about that, the way that all went down, but
there's somebody who's talked about, I've talked about this before on the Chaos by Tom O'Neill. It's about Manson being a part of the MK Ultra program.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I don't buy that. I did read that book. I'm not.
You don't buy it?
No. I think he was just a crazy, mean SOB. Interesting trivia stat. This is from another alert listener. Only teams to be ranked in the AP poll multiple weeks and not drop poll positions. Ohio State for 8 weeks. They started at 3. They're now number 1. Texas A&M for 8 weeks. Tennessee all 8 weeks. BYU has been in it for 4 weeks and climbing now. Virginia and Memphis. So
Memphis
Tennessee
having a pretty decent year, aren't they?
Who is?
Memphis.
Yeah.
They're one of the favorites to make that last playoff.
They have
spot.
the longest FBS college football winning streak in the country right now, I believe.
Memphis?
I think so.
Wow.
I might be butchering that. They have something. They have the longest something.
Okay.
They got something.
Fan
in
run
that
out of
program.
context.
Don't sleep on Dan Mullen. UNLV, they're undefeated.
He's a coach that I mean, could it be one and done at UNLV and
maybe
another?
I saw him at a press conference this week saying that,
yeah,
I am not leaving for another job. I will be here next year. You're not getting rid of me. Like, he's very definitive.
Oh yeah, of
He
course.
should have stayed. He should have never left state. Looking back on it,
I mean, it's a lesson for Lane Kiffin.
True. He had it rolling at Mississippi State.
Volpool says, I love how passionate we are as a fan base. I just hate that it's the loudest ones that scream for firing people. Going to be a long VR Saturday, I'm afraid.
It's not wrong.
I mean, we won, and that was like surreal at times, wasn't it, Walker? Saturday night during VR. Yeah, you might be lucky. You just had that one. You just took one off for us.
Yeah.
I mean, you win an SEC game, and the tenor of the phone calls. Oh, God. This team sucks. We're not doing anything.
Bob, come on.
Just Apple couldn't
Don't you
coach a
can't
Pee
buy
Wee
your-
football team.
That's fire his ass.
Good Lord.
Get him out of here. This defense couldn't stop a powder puff team.
There's another
Found
one.
a secret
Pretty
talent.
good, yeah.
There's another one we got, and I do agree with this now that I'm thinking about it. This is on the text box. From the 423, it says, I'm so sick and tired of ESPN and the rest of the sports media blowing Alabama up like they are the best football team in the
Roll down
universe.
Tide.
Alabama doesn't look that special to me. I hope and pray Tennessee goes to Tuscaloosa and blows them out.
I do too. But,
just sick of the media talking about Ty Simpson, this and that, and not even mentioning Joey Aguilar. It's ridiculous. Love you guys. Go Big Orange.
They're loaded with talent down there.
They are.
It would be nice to just
Which I
beat
do
the
have
brakes off them.
I do have a question for you, Bob.
95 all over again.
What you got?
How much money is Mark Cuban pumping into that Indiana football program? And could that be the reason for their
Mark Cuban?
Yeah, he's an alum.
He's an Indiana.
Cuban's a Hoosier?
Yeah, he's a distinguished alum.
I didn't know that.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
I would think he'd be more of a
I came
basketball
across that,
investor.
and then it was like suddenly a light bulb went off.
Is he bankrolling that thing?
He might be. I don't know. I mean, it's a great question, and you would think. I mean, because he does love IU. He really does.
He's
so,
a billionaire. I mean, he's like Ellison or one of those guys. I mean, billionaire.
Yeah. No, he could be very. They've as I've said before, I've used that term well heeled. That's why I think Cignetti won't leave. They got money, man. They got a lot of money.
More than Purdue?
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. They've got. I mean, from a wider swath, I'd say they probably have more volume.
They've been doing all these years. Why can't they get their basketball right?
Yeah,
I just don't think they've figured it out. I think they felt they were so, they were
their own
above it all in their minds that it was just going to come to them, because of
They
the
lost
Bobby
the
Knight era and everything else, and it just never. They
Don't
finally
work like that.
Yeah, it took them a long time to realize, but yeah, they're losing the battle. So now they're flipping the script.
So do you think Purdue one of the schools that basketball is going to get a significant amount more than?
Yeah.
It seems like Indiana. I mean, maybe the Indiana ought to just keep putting more money towards football.
Yeah, I think so. And by the way, it's
embrace their new identity as a football school.
Right. And I'm just sitting there thinking, Kentucky's got money too. It's like, I just don't understand. I recognize the disproportionate amount of money going to basketball versus football, but get some more money into football, man. You can win. It's proven.
Yeah, but
get the
I
right
don't think
coach.
you can with that guy. And
No, I
one of
agree.
their big time boosters, and they came to me for money. But get out of here.
No, I agree. They got to get a different coach, but I'm just saying they should be able to do better.
Whoever
than they
wrote
are.
that damn contract for him, that's
Barnhart. He did the same thing for Calipari too. I mean, it's just a joke. But they got a break with Calipari because he got the other job offer, so they didn't have to pay it out.
Calipari's like, you can't fire me. I quit.
I saw Stephen effing Pearl down there at Media Days. That was bizarre.
He was like, "Oh, we knew all along he was going to get fired." I didn't find out till he showed up at practice that day, but everyone knew.
Well, he says that
So-
Bruce told the AD there. This is the guy. My car might not start guy.
Yeah,
and Stephen says that Bruce told him 3 years ago, "Hey, I'm winding down here." So he'd been thinking about it for a while. It's like, you had 3 years to come up with a succession plan for Bruce Pearl, and you went with Stephen. You could have
good luck.
You could have been networking behind the scenes all this time. Like, say like, hey, so and so, Bruce is going to step down. You just kind of put some feelers out there, start those relationships, and then boom.
Yeah.
No. That's going to do it for us. Thank you, Bob. Thank you, Bear. Thank you, Walker. I'm merely Russell Smith. We'll do it again tomorrow, 3 to 6, right here on Fan Run Radio.
This football season, tune into Big Orange Country's post-game radio free-for-all, The Voluntary Reaction, presented by the Griffin Law Firm. We'll be live on the Fan Run Radio app as soon as every UT game is over, taking your calls and breaking down the game to levels that can only be described as beyond scientific. So tune in and drink with us from the keg of glory, or drown in the pool of despair. The Voluntary Reaction on Fan Run Radio.
The Voluntary Reaction. Raw, unfiltered, real.
Hi, I'm Bo Kregner with the Kregner Group at Realty Executives. You know, the real estate market, like all other markets impacted by the economy, is changing all the time. And it's never been more important to be personally represented by a trusted real estate specialist. I can't emphasize enough how important it is when selling or buying to be individually represented. Call me today for a free consultation. My number is 865-742-1035, and my website is BoKnowsHouses.com.
In a world filled with deadlines and screens, sometimes we forget the simple joys of life, days filled with special moments. At Inward Half, we understand the essence